Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wildcat Basketball on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page and the NFHS Network. I'm David Warrington, and I'm coming to you live from Central City High School for tonight's girls and boys varsity basketball doubleheader between the visiting Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and your Central City Wildcats. Now, before we get things started tonight, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So again, I'm David Warrington coming to you from Central City High School. We've got a boys, girls varsity basketball doubleheader tonight between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and your Central City Wildcats. I'll go ahead now and give you a preview of both teams, first starting with your Wildcats. So first of all, both of these teams met once last year. The game was played in Springville, home of the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies, and the Wildcats came out on top 57-22 in that game last season. The Wildcats enter this game 7-6 so far this season. They're 1-1 so far this week. They beat Dunkerton this past Monday 52-31, and they lost to Alburnett this past Tuesday 45-28. The Wildcats are led in scoring by Sarah Reed. The junior averages just shy of 15 per night, currently sitting at 14.8 points per game. She is followed by senior forward Emma Fritcher, averaging 9.9 points per game. Fritcher is also the team leader in rebounds, pulling down 7.5 rebounds per game. Reed leads in assists as well as points, as she is averaging 4.5 assists per night. And Reed also leads in steals with 2.5 per game, closely followed by freshman Bailey Weber sitting at 2.3. Fritcher's done a good job of defending the paint this season, as she currently sits at 1.5 block shots per night. Now taking a look at the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. The Huskies enter this game looking for their first win of the season, currently sitting at 0-11 on the year. Their last game was a home game this past Tuesday against the Easton Valley Riverhawks, a game they lost 57-9. The leading scorer for the Huskies is Mackenzie Lone. The junior is averaging 3.2 points per game. Freshman Rhea McFarland is the leading rebounder on the team, pulling down 3.9 boards per game. Another freshman, Nevaeh Eichenberger, leads in assists with 0.9 per game, and Lexi McLeod leads the Huskies in steals with 1.4 steals per night. So about 7.5 minutes away from tip-off here as the Wildcats exiting the court now, going into their locker room. Huskies are currently on the court to my left, getting some shots up before the game gets underway. While we've got some time here, I'll go ahead and take a look at both of the teams' schedules so far and kind of how we've gotten to this game so far for both sides. So first, taking a look at Central City. They opened their season on December 12th at Midland, in the game they won 36-16. They then hosted Central Elkader in a game they won 48-36, and Alburnett in a game they won 60-40. They then traveled to Starmont and won 62-23. Then they had a 3-game losing streak at Springville, lost 52-19. Versus Maquoketa Valley, lost 48-39, and at Calamus Wheatland, lost 41-34. They then bounced back with 2 wins. January 5th at Edgewood Colesburg, won 53-45, and January 8th at home against East Buchanan, won 39-35. Then traveled to North Lynn in the game they lost 70-50, and hosted Springville where they lost 64-29. That brings us to the 2 games they've had so far this week. They traveled to Dunkerton this past Monday, January 18th, and won 52-31. And this past Tuesday, January 19th, they traveled to Alburnett to play the Pirates in a game they lost 45-28. Now looking at the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies, as I mentioned, looking for win number 1 so far on the year. They opened their season December 1st at Starmont. They lost 49-15. Then traveled to Springville on December 8th, where they lost 77-3. They traveled to Maquoketa Valley on the 11th and lost 79-4. And they traveled to they hosted North Lynn, lost 69-10. At Prince of Peace, they lost 57-17. In their last game before Christmas break, they traveled to Easton Valley in a game they lost 61-6. Coming back from winter break, they traveled to Midland, where they lost 70-19. They traveled to Marquette Catholic, where they lost 63-16. They hosted English Valleys, where they lost 63-10. They traveled to Calamus Wheatland in the game they lost 69-6. And their most recent game was January 19th at Easton Valley, where they lost 57-9. So again, that's how our 2 teams come into this game. The Wildcats sitting at 7-6 on the year. The Huskies currently sitting at 0-11. Getting closer to tip-off now. We're down to about 5 minutes until we get things going. Here from Central City High School as we await tonight's game between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and the Central City Wildcats. Huskies still out on the court, running through some drills, getting ready to go here tonight as the Wildcats are still in the locker room. I'll take a chance here to go ahead and see what the Wildcats have coming up as well after this game. They've got 2 more games this week. They will play again tomorrow, January 22nd, at home against Starmont in a game that I'll be broadcasting that one as well, so that'll be right here on Wildcat Sports. I will be on the call for that one too. Then Saturday, they will travel up to Clinton to play the Prince of Peace Irish. Going to take the 2-hour trip over to Clinton in order to face the Irish there on this coming Saturday, the 23rd. As the Wildcats just now exiting the locker room here with about 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go until the game gets underway. Looking to improve to 8-6 on the year. Looking back at the schedule, they will play 3 games next week. January 26th, they'll travel to Maquoketa Valley, over to Delhi to take on the Wildcats. January 29th, they will host the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings. And it looks like a JV boys and girls only game. They will host the Easton Valley Riverhawks on the 30th, but again, JV only in that one. And then just a couple more games here for the girls to finish up the year. February 2nd, they will travel to Winthrop to take on the East Buchanan Buccaneers. And they'll finish the year at home for senior night on February 5th against the North Lynn Lynx. So not too many more games here, just the rest of this week and then 2 more weeks of games, and the girls will be getting ready for postseason. Postseason rankings and districts and stuff like that haven't been announced quite yet, but presumably will come about pretty shortly. And that's always interesting to see where you're going to be playing and who you're going to have to take on to try to get farther into the postseason. So again, we got about 3 minutes to go here before we get things underway. Both teams on the floor taking some shots. The Cedar Valley Christian Huskies to my left, they're in their gray uniforms, blue and white trim, while the Wildcats to my right in their white home uniforms, and they've also got the black shooting shirts. So if you're just tuning in, I'm David Warrington coming to you live from Central City High School. We've got a girls and boys basketball varsity doubleheader tonight between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and the Central City Wildcats. Huskies traveling up from Cedar Rapids here to take on the Wildcats this evening. Again, the Huskies looking for win number 1 here on the year. They come in 0-11, whereas the Wildcats just above 500 so far this year, sitting at 7-6. Wildcats lost a tough one last time against Alburnett this past Tuesday. When they hosted Alburnett the first time in Central City, that was on December 15th, just their 3rd game of the year. Things were tight all the way through the first half, up in most of the 3rd quarter, and they really pulled away late in the 3rd and late in the 4th to end up coming away with a 20-point win back in December against the Pirates. It's kind of the opposite of that this past Tuesday against the Pirates. They were tied at halftime, 15 apiece. They stayed pretty tight for the beginning of the 4th quarter, or the 3rd quarter rather, and then late in the 3rd and for the 4th, the Pirates really pulled away and ended up coming out on top with a big win against the Wildcats, 45-28. So again, the Wildcats will definitely look to bounce back here tonight after that loss against a CVC team that really hasn't been able to find its footing so far this year, as they have yet to get in the win column in the 2020-21 season. So a minute and a half to go here as the Wildcats are heading over to the bench. We'll have starting lineups here in about 80 seconds or so. Huskies still out there getting their last-minute shots up. So ticking down here, under a minute to go as the Huskies are now heading over to their bench. As we're just about ready for some varsity girls basketball here tonight from Central City. Again, the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies coming into Central City tonight to take on the Wildcats. About 40 seconds to go here before we meet tonight's starting lineups, and then we'll have the national anthem and we'll be underway. I'll follow along here with Mrs. Hackman as we meet tonight's starters for both sides. Again, we've got the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and the Central City Wildcats. First starters for the Huskies. Junior number 3, Mackenzie Lone. Freshman number 11, Nevaeh Eichenberger. Freshman number 12, Brianna Jessen. Junior number 20, Lexi McLeod. And freshman number 35, Taylor Brandt. Now the starters for your Central City Wildcats. Senior number 3, Emma Treidel. Junior number 5, Natalie Noonan. Junior number 15, Hannah Kramer. Junior number 22, Briley Brooks. And freshman number 23, Bailey Weber. Assistant coach for the Wildcats is Lisa Reed. Central City's head coach is Henry Martinson. We'll take a quick break here for our national anthem. So we've had our national anthem, and we are just about set to go here from Central City for tonight's varsity girls basketball matchup between the Central City Wildcats and the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. One thing to note here, neither Sarah Reed or Emma Fritcher are starting for the Wildcats tonight, the two leading scorers for this team. And so, again, the Cedar Valley Christian team's really had kind of a rough year to this point, so perhaps Coach Martinson of the Wildcats looking to just get some rest for those players, maybe not play them quite as much tonight. As it is a busy week for the Wildcats, 5 games this week. This is the third of 5. As we're about ready to go here, it's going to be Weber jumping for the Wildcats, and Lone will jump for the Huskies. Wildcats will work left to right. Huskies will work right to left. We got 8 minutes on the clock, and we're just about set to go here from Central City. Has balls in the air. Weber controls the tip. Noonan has it, and we are underway as Natalie Noonan is going to bring it across half court for the Wildcats. Has it top of the key over to Weber, right wing. Husky sitting in a 2-3 zone. Brooks attacking the basket. Kicks it out to Weber. Bailey Weber top of the key. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Eichenberger of the Huskies. We got a foul here early on Brooks, reaching over the back. That's going to be her first team foul, number 1, as Eichenberger will throw it in for the Huskies. Wildcats trapping in the full court. Every player in the back court of the Huskies right now, nobody in the front court. As inbounds pass gets in, now Lones has it. Lone attacking baseline, attacking on the sideline rather. Her pass is tipped, stolen away, nearly stolen. And wide open look under the basket for Eichenberger, but good hustle there by Brooks to take it away. And Wildcats running the other way. Brooks crossing half court into the corner to Kramer. Kramer attacking baseline, picks it up, kicks it back out to Brooks. Dribbling right over to Weber. Bailey Weber for 3 from the wing is no good. Offensive rebound picked up by Noonan. Brooks almost had it. Noonan does secure it. Going back top of the key here. Over to Weber, right wing. Looking around, gets the top of the key to Brooks. Brooks attacking into the corner to Treidel. Her mid-range jumper on the way. That is good. Wildcats strike first. Emma Treidel, mid-range jumper from the short corner, puts the Wildcats on the board. They lead 2-0. Inbounds pass goes to Lone, attacking down the sideline. Noonan trying to stay in front. She's double-teamed, and she's going to be called for a travel. Good hustle there by Brooks to get down there and pressure her enough to force the turnover. So the Wildcats will have it. Noonan's going to bring it up once again for the Wildcats here. About 6:45 to go in quarter number 1 as Noonan brings it across half court. Again, Husky sitting in that 2-3 zone as they get over to Weber, right wing. Into the corner to Treidel. Back to Weber now. Mid-range area to Kramer. Back in the corner to Tritle. She's going to take the three. It is good. Emma Tritle off to a hot start. She's made her first 2 shots. That one a three-pointer. Wildcats lead 5-0. Inbounds pass goes to McLeod. Trying to get past half court. Dribbles her way up through the press. Now Huskies will set up their offense for the first time tonight in the half court. Pass is thrown away and stolen by Tritle. Huskies with another turnover as Noonan's going to bring it up. Noonan crossing half court, has the top of the key over to Weber, right wing, into the corner to Tritle. Tritle gets the top of the key to Weber. Now into the other corner to Noonan. Noonan's mid-range jumper. That one on the way, no good. Weber picks up the offensive rebound, keeps it from going out of bounds. Gets it right wing to Brooks. She takes one dribble, three-pointer on the way. That one's no good, too strong, rebounded by Lone. Lone running in transition now. Brooks trying to stop her. Good defense there played by Brooks. Gets it out to McLeod. Top of the key to Eichenberger. Eichenberger guarded by Tritle. Passes tipped. Tritle comes up with it. 2-on-1 fast break running the other way. Now some other Wildcats coming down. She gives it to Noonan, and Noonan can't finish at the rim. Tritle gets the offensive rebound. Her putback is good. 7 quick points there for Emma Tritle as the Wildcats lead 7-0, 5:15 to go in the first. Inbounds pass goes to McLeod as we've got a timeout called by the Huskies. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so just a quick half timeout here, 30 seconds. As 5:11 to go here in the first quarter, our score, Central City 7, Cedar Valley Christian 0. So the Wildcats have been doing a good job of pressuring in the full court, making sure the ball handlers for the Huskies are not very comfortable when they're bringing it up the floor. And they've done a good job. They've turned it over pretty much every possession to this point, and they've also only been able to set up offense in the half court once as they've struggled to get it across. So Wildcats have done their job so far. They'll look to continue as, again, a fast start here for Emma Tritle as she has all 7 of the Wildcats' 7 points. And again, they lead 7-0. Wildcats come out. Sarah Reed and Emma Fritcher both subbed into the game. They came off the bench tonight. So we're going Tritle, Fritcher, Reed, Kramer, and Weber. Eichenberger will throw it in for the Huskies. Her pass is tipped and goes out of bounds by Fritcher. Emma touched it last, so the Huskies will keep it. Again, it's going to be Eichenberger throwing it in for the Huskies. Gets it in to McLeod. She picks it up. Her pass is tipped, but recovered by Brandt, but stolen away by Tritle now. Tritle gets it over to Reed. Reed fakes a mid-range jumper. Dribbling left, top of the key to Kramer. Now over to Weber. Bailey Weber's going to take a three. That one is good. As Bailey Weber, 3rd time's the charm. She knocks down the three-pointer to put the Wildcats up 10-0. Inbounds pass. Gets into Jessen. She gives it over to Brandt. She's doubled. A jump ball looks like. Yes, it is. Hannah Kramer does a good job of forcing a jump ball there. Possession arrow favors the Huskies, so they'll keep it. As the Wildcats continue their full court press here. Eichenberger looking to get it in. Running out of time here as the pass is stolen by Weber. As she is able to secure it, dribbling up the floor now. Wildcats going to look to slow it down and set up the offense over to Kramer. She's going to take the mid-range jumper from the left wing. It's good. Hannah Kramer knocks down her first shot of the night. Wildcats lead 12-0. Weber tips the inbounds pass, but it's picked up by McLeod, trying to use the baseline. Now that pass is stolen away by Reed. Reed gets it over to Weber on the left wing. She's going to slow it down, bring it up to the top of the key. About halfway through the first quarter here, just under there. Three-pointer on the way by Tritle. That one no good. Rebound picked up by Fritcher. And her pass off the mark. Her and Reed with some miscommunication there as the Wildcats turn it over. Huskies will have it. That's all 4 guards here in the full court trying to break this press. Inbounds pass goes to Lone. We got a foul here. Looks like it's going to go against Bailey Weber. That'll be her first, team foul number 2. As Briley Brooks and Natalie Noonan will re-enter for the Wildcats. Kramer and Weber will exit the game. Looks like we've got Ella Crittenden and Rhea McFarland checking into the ball game for the Huskies. Again, Eichenberger to throw it in. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Wildcat defense doing a good job. Gets it into McLeod. Double team comes. Emma Tritle steals it. Her pass to Emma Fritcher. Working down low. She puts it up. It's no good. She gets her own rebound. Takes one hard dribble. Puts it back up. It's no good, but she is fouled. So Emma Fritcher will go to the line for a pair of free throws there. After a good job working hard in the glass to grab the offensive rebound, she'll be rewarded with 2 free throws. Foul's going to go against Nevaeh Eichenberger of the Huskies. That's her first, team foul number 1. And again, Emma Fritcher going to the line for 2. We got 3:57 to play here in the first quarter. First free throw on the way is good. Fritcher knocks her first free throw down. They lead 13-0 as she will get one more. Fritcher's second free throw on the way. That one is going to bounce around and in, as that one's good as well. 14-0 our score. Inbounds pass goes to McLeod. She's been the primary ball handler for the Huskies at this point, doing the same here. Skip ahead pass goes to Lone. She tries to get it down low. A nice save there by one of the Huskies, but it's going to be a turnover, as Noonan kicks it ahead to Brooks on the left wing. She's looking to get downhill. She puts up a layup. It's no good. Too strong. Rebounded by Fritcher. She goes back up with it, and her putback is good. Emma Fritcher again working hard on the glass. Gets an offensive rebound and the putback basket, as the Wildcats extend their lead 16-0 as Fritcher comes up with the steal again. Attacking the hoop. Puts it up. No good. Gets her own rebound. Some contact inside. Looks like it's going to be on the floor against one of the Huskies. As the Wildcats will keep it, they'll throw it in from the baseline, as that was against Nevaeh Eichenberger, her second team foul number 2 for the Huskies. As Reed will throw it in, Wildcats starting a box set, gets into the corner to Noonan, now left wing to Brooks, over top the key to Treidel. Sarah Reed, mid-range jumper on the way is good. That's her signature shot right there. She loves shooting from the mid-range, and she knocks that one down. As the Wildcats fall back into a 1-3-1 look, as inbounds pass to McLeod. She gets it over to Eichenberger. Noonan doing a good job of guarding in the full court. As the pass is stolen, Emma Fritcher bringing it the other way. 4-on-2 fast break, bounce pass to Brooks. Good finish there inside by Briley Brooks. Off a nice pass. 20-0 our score here. As Lone looking to get it up the floor. Breaks the double team, nice job. Almost loses her dribble. Pull-up jumper on the way is short, no good. Treidel pulls down the rebound. As Reed's going to bring it up the floor for the Wildcats. Gets it to Brooks, attacking the basket. Stops, met with some contact, over to Noonan. Noonan's free throw line jumper is too strong off the backboard. Rebound's going to be picked up by McLeod of the Huskies, and Eichenberger will bring it up. Noonan guarding in the full court here. As pass is going to be nearly stolen, but McLeod comes up with it. Attacking, now going to pull it back out. Top of the key. Noonan really applying a lot of pressure. As she gets it over to Lone. Lone, pull-up jumper's blocked. Sarah Reed blocks the shot. Brooks comes down with it. One person between her and the basket. She's going to be fouled. Her layup's no good, but the foul is on the floor. So Wildcats will keep it. That'll be the third foul against the Huskies as a team. Looks like it's going to go against Ella Crittenden. That'll be her first, as Hannah Kramer's going to check in for the Wildcats, as are Bailey Weber and Lacey Hennick will check in for the first time tonight. Noonan, Fritcher, and one other Wildcat. Looks like Treidel came out as well. Kramer will throw it in. Inbounds pass to Weber. Bailey Weber, corner three is good. Her second three-pointer of the night. As the Wildcats continue to extend their lead here, they're going to call it a two-pointer, 22-0. Pass goes ahead to Jessen. Now over to Eichenberger, trying to cross half court. She gets it to Crittenden. She does cross half court, trapped right away. Pass is stolen. Sarah Reed controls it. 3-on-1 fast break, gets it down low to Weber. Weber's layup is good, as it's 24-0 now. Eichenberger will throw it in. Gets it into McFarland. McFarland over to Brandt. And now gets it back. Across half court. Pass is stolen. Eichenberger's pass stolen by Kramer. Brooks has it now in the half court. She's going to pull up, take a mid-range jumper. That one no good. Good hustle there by Weber. It's going to go out of bounds off of Bailey Weber, but it was a good try there. Trying to get that offensive rebound. Emma Fritcher and Natalie Noonan will check in for the Wildcats. Brooks and Reed will come out. So Wildcats sticking in a 1-3-1 full court press. Eichenberger will throw it in, gets it to McFarland. Now over to Brandt. Trying to break this press. Pass is taken by Eichenberger, nearly a steal, running in the full court. Pass is tipped by Hennick. Brandt will come up with it for the Huskies. Now Crittenden's basket, or no good, rebounded by Eichenberger. Trying to find something to do with it down low. She gets it out to Jessen. Mid-range jumper from Jessen. That one's no good. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Noonan of the Wildcats. Under a minute to go here in quarter number one. Skip ahead pass goes down low to Weber. Hennick controls it. Mid-range jumper from Lacey Hennick is no good. Emma Fritcher comes up to get another offensive rebound, and her putback is good. So Emma Fritcher doing a lot of work down low, getting another offensive rebound there. Has 35 seconds to play in the first quarter, 26-0 our score. Jessen, skip ahead pass, that goes to McFarland. Trying to attack 4-on-1, now she has a teammate down there, but still 4-on-2. In some trouble underneath the hoop. Her pass is off the foot of her teammate, off the foot of Crittenden, and Fritcher will bring it up here. 20 seconds to go in quarter number one. Free throw line to Noonan, now into the corner to Weber. Bailey Weber, corner three. That one's too long. Rebounded by Hennick. Hannah Kramer's going to take the mid-range jumper. That's too short. Rebounded by Weber. Weber goes up with it after a nice strong dribble, and she puts it up and through. Bailey Weber with the basket as the final second ticks off here. And we have played one quarter of basketball here from Central City. Our scores, Central City 28, Cedar Valley Christian 0. We'll have 4 new players here into the game after this quarter break. Be Sarah Reed, Emma Treidel, and Briley Brooks re-entering. Lucy Smith will enter the game for the first time. So with this quarter break, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank combines the values of a locally owned, independent Eastern Iowa community bank with expanded services and the latest technology to meet our customers' fast-moving lifestyle. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So the Wildcats hold a 28-0 lead after a first quarter that was all Central City, as they just dominated with their full court press. As they'll look to do more of the same here in quarter number 2. As there's the horn, just about ready to get things back underway here for the second quarter. Again, several subs were made, so I'll fill you in on who's in the game for the Wildcats. As they break their huddle, they're going to go out with Reed, Brooks, Fritcher, Treidel, and again, Lucy Smith entering the game for the first time tonight. Treidel will throw it in for the Wildcats. Brooks will bring it up as we're set to go here in quarter number 2. Inbounds past to Brooks, and we're underway here in the second quarter as Brooks brings the top of the key over to Treidel on the right wing. Gets it inside to Fritcher, but her pass is going to go out of bounds, trying to get it inside to Smith. As the Wildcats turn it over, looks like they're moving in maybe like a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 full court press. Inbounds pass goes to Lone. Picks up her dribble. Her pass is tipped. Ball still loose. It's going to be controlled by Brooks. She gets it down low to Fritcher. Fritcher goes up with her left hand and finishes. Emma Fritcher, she tipped the pass. Brooks came up with it and got the assist. Fritcher gets the 2 points. 30-0 our score as that pass is tipped by Brooks. Fritcher comes up with it this time. Into the corner to Brooks. Her pass for Smith over the head. Smith couldn't quite corral it. It's going to be a turnover. And the Huskies will take over. We've got Ella Crittenden re-entering the game here for the Huskies as Mackenzie Lone will go to the bench. McLeod will throw it in. Crittenden will bring it up for Cedar Valley Christian. Crittenden crossing half court here, top of the key. Gets it high post to McFarland. Back to Crittenden as passes tip right back to McFarland. Top of the key to Crittenden. Mid-range shot blocked. Emma Treidel blocked the shot from Jessen. As Reed comes up with it, kick ahead to Smith, and now over to Brooks. Brooks crossing half court, trying to get to the hoop. Picks up her dribble over to Reed. Bounce pass to Smith. Lucy Smith with the mid-range jumper. That's good. As Lucy Smith knocks down the 2-point jumper. Wildcats lead 32-0. Inbounds pass goes to Brandt. Kick ahead pass is stolen by Brooks. Attacking the rim here. Layup is no good, but she is fouled. So she will go to the line for 2. Looks like that foul is going to go against Taylor Brandt of the Huskies. That's her first, team foul number 4, as Brooks will go to the line for a pair of free throws. First shot on the way is no good from Brooks. Just off the mark as Bailey Weber is going to check in for the Wildcats. Smith, after just making that basket, will go to the bench. Also, Brandt will come out as Eichenberger re-enters the game for the Huskies. Brooks attempting her second free throw. That one is no good, too strong. Offensive rebound by Fritcher. Takes one dribble, puts it back up. Her putback basket is good. Emma Fritcher getting another easy look there after a nice offensive rebound. 34-0 as that pass is stolen away by Treidel. Treidel running in the full court, puts it up, no good. Brooks gets the offensive rebound. She throws it up, gets her own rebound. As Reed comes down with it now, top of the key to Weber. Long two is good. 3-point range, but just had her toe on the line, so we'll just count for 2. 36-0 our score. McLeod crossing half court. Trying to get it inside. She gets it to Crittenden. Her fall-away jumper is no good. Sarah Reed's going to come up with the rebound. As Reed running in the full court. Going to go to the rim. Finishes it herself. Coast-to-coast layup there for Sarah Reed of the Wildcats. They extend their lead 38-0. Inbounds to McLeod. Trying to get across half court. Her pass is tipped, but McFarland comes up with it. And it looks like we got a foul here on the Wildcats on the floor, so the Huskies will throw it in from the sideline. As we got some subs here, we're going to have Hannah Kramer and Natalie Noonan back into the game. Belle Whitson entering the game for the first time tonight. That foul went against Emma Treidel. That's her first team foul, number 3. Fritcher, Treidel, and Brooks will exit as McLeod has it top of the key, guarded by Weber. Wildcats sitting in a 1-3-1. Gets it left wing to now into the corner to Eichenberger. Now to Jessen on the left wing. Top of the key to McLeod. Wildcats playing some aggressive defense here in the half court. Got it to Eichenberger on the right wing now. Into the corner to Crittenden. Back on the right wing, Eichenberger. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it top of the key, that's McLeod. Weber pushing out on her. Even past the volleyball line. As double team comes, she gets it over to Crittenden. Three-point shot is blocked by Reed. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say off of the Huskies. The Wildcats will have it. That's just really aggressive defense here being played tonight by the Wildcats. Good job of getting to the shots, not allowing easy looks. As Noonan will bring it up for the Wildcats here. Huskies still sitting in a 2-3. Noonan over to Weber, right wing, into the corner to Reed. Sarah Reed, mid-range jumper from the short corner is no good. Rebound going to be pulled down by Eichenberger. McLeod's going to bring it up for Cedar Valley Christian. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Wildcats lead 38-0. Crittenden has it, now top of the key to Jessen. Double teamed right away. Noonan and Weber are there. Her pass is stolen by Sarah Reed. Nobody in the way of Sarah Reed. She's going to have an uncontested layup. She misses it. Offensive rebound pulled down by Weber. It's stolen away by McLeod. As McLeod's going to bring it up for the Huskies. 1-3-1 defense still being played here by the Wildcats. Double team comes. Pass goes into the left wing to Eichenberger. McFarland, mid-range jumper is good. So the Huskies are on the board. Rhea McFarland gets the Huskies on the board here with 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Wildcats lead 38-2. Corner to Weber. Now Reed has it in the left corner. Makes one dribble, gets it inside to Whitson. Pass is tipped. It's going to be off of the Huskies. As the Wildcats will keep it. Kramer will throw it in. Wildcats will go into stack right at the free throw line. Kramer gets it into Noonan, top of the key. She's going to take a three-pointer. It is no good. Offensive rebound by Reed. Her pass is tipped. Weber comes up with it. That pass is stolen away by McFarland. Now Crittenden's going to bring it up. Jessen picks up that tipped pass, and McLeod will try to slow things up here and bring it up the court for the Huskies. Met by Weber as soon as she crosses half court, gets it into the corner to Eichenberger. Pass in and out of her hands. She tries to save it. It's still rolling, and it's going to go all the way across the width of the court and out of bounds as the Wildcats will take over. 5 new here about to come in for the Wildcats. We've got Fritcher, Treidel, Brooks, Smith, and Hennick all about to enter the game here for Central City. That's Lexi Hennick also on the bench for the Wildcats. Has not gotten in the game quite yet. As Fritcher will throw it in, and Brooks will bring it up here. 3:45 to go in the second quarter. Brooks crossing half court. Gets it over left wing to Fritcher. She takes a three-pointer on the way. No good. Smith almost has the rebound, but McFarland comes up with it. She gives it over to Eichenberger, who will bring it across half court for the Huskies. Left wing to Jessen now. She thinks about a three. Thinks better of it. Gets it inside to McFarland. Mid-range shot is too short. It's going to go out of bounds off of Crittenden as the Wildcats will take over. Fritcher's inbounds pass goes to Brooks. So we've got 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. 38-2 lead for the Wildcats. Brooks over to Treidel on the right wing. Inside to Hennick. Lacey Hennick, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Crittenden of the Huskies. Crittenden running the full court now. Trying to get to the rim. She picks up her dribble, throws it up, passes over to Eichenberger. Now Jessen thinks about a mid-range jumper, gets it out to Brandt. Three-pointer is tipped by Brooks as Hennick pulls down the rebound, gives it over to Treidel. Emma Treidel will bring it up the floor for the Wildcats now. She gives it over to Brooks on the left wing. Three-pointer on the way is no good, a little too strong. Hennick pulls down the offensive rebound. Her putback's no good. Ball still loose. Looks like Brandt's going to come up with it for the Huskies. Running the court here. We got a 4-on-2, or 2-on-4 fast break, rather. As she picks it up. She's triple teamed as we're going to have a jump ball. Lucy Smith forces the jump ball. Good hustle there as the possession arrow will favor the Huskies, so we'll stay right here with Cedar Valley Christian. Looks like Crittenden will throw it in. Huskies stack at the top or at the free throw line. Inbounds pass to Jessen on the right corner. Gets it out right wing to Eichenberger. Now she gives it right back to Jessen, but the pass is stolen away by Brooks. 2-on-2 fast break here. Brooks bounce pass to Fritcher. Turnaround move, puts it up. It's no good. Fritcher gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and she's fouled. So Emma Fritcher will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Foul is going to go against. It's going to be Rhea McFarland of the Huskies, her first team foul number 5. Fritcher's first free throw is up and no good. It was halfway down before bouncing out. She'll get one more, though. As Mackenzie Lone re-enters the game here for the Huskies, Taylor Brandt will go to the bench. Fritcher gets set to take her second of 2 free throws. On the way, that one's no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Smith of the Wildcats. So Huskies will take it. Going to be 4 new here for the Wildcats. Weber, Reed, Brooks, and Noonan going to check in. Looks like Emma Treidel will be the one Wildcat that stays in the game. 2:18 to go here in the second quarter. Wildcats lead 38-2. As Lone will bring it up for the Huskies. She takes the inbounds pass, gives it right back to Eichenberger. Eichenberger bringing it up the floor here. About to cross half court. She'll be immediately greeted by Kramer. Ball's on the floor. Crittenden gets it. Kramer's in there fighting as well. It's going to force a jump ball. And now the Wildcats have the possession arrow, so Central City will get the ball. Kramer will throw it in as Reed looks set to bring it up the floor for Central City. 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter as Reed bringing it up. Pull-up jumper is short from Reed. Going to go out of bounds. And the Huskies will take over. Eichenberger throws it in to Crittenden, and Eichenberger will take the pass right back and bring it up the floor. Crossing half court, guarded by Kramer. Gets it to Lone, jump fake, and she's going to be called for a travel. And she picked up her pivot foot there, trying to get the shot off. Kramer will throw it in, as Noonan will bring it up for the Wildcats. 1:40 to go here in quarter number 2. Noonan crossing half court. Gets it over right wing to Treidel, inside to Reed. She gives it over to Kramer. Kramer back to Treidel, right wing. Skip pass, goes to Weber. She handles it left wing, now over to Noonan. Takes one dribble, fakes a 3, goes top of the key to Treidel. Mid-range shot on the way from Reed. That one is no good. Defensive rebound, rather, by Crittenden. Eichenberger going to bring it up for the Huskies. Crossing half court, guarded by Kramer. Gives it to McFarland, top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it over to Crittenden. Now top of the key to Jessen. Jessen gets it over to Eichenberger on the right wing. Now top of the key to McFarland. McFarland attacking. Nice shot fake. Dribbles tipped out and stolen. Emma Treidel comes up with it. As under a minute to go here in the second quarter, as Noonan's going to have it at the top of the key. Noonan skips it over to Treidel on the right wing. Takes one dribble, picks it up inside to Reed. Bringing it back out. Treidel has it. She's going to take a 3. Emma Treidel's 3, no good. Rebounded by Noonan. There was also some pressure in there from Lone. Forces a jump ball. And the Huskies have the possession arrow this time, so the Cedar Valley Christian will have it here with 37 seconds to go in the first half. Eichenberger gets it in. That's Lone going to bring it up the floor here for the Huskies. And she's going to be called for a double dribble. She picked it up momentarily. Results in a turnover. As the Wildcats will get it right back here. 35 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to have a sub here. Looks like Lexi Hennick is going to enter the game for the first time. She'll get Sarah Reed. As Kramer will throw it in, Noonan will bring it up for the Wildcats with 35 seconds to go before halftime. Inbounds pass goes to Noonan. She crosses half court. Gives it over to Treidel on the right wing. Top of the key to Weber. Now she goes over to Hennick on the left wing. Hennick short corner to Noonan. And then to call Noonan for a travel there as she shuffled her feet a little bit before she dribbled. So Huskies will have it. Eichenberger again bounds it to Crittenden. She's going to bring it up the floor for the Huskies. 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Her pass is tipped, stolen away. Weber comes up with it, bounce pass over to Treidel. She's going to be fouled on her shot, so she will go to the line for 2. 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Foul goes against Ella Crittenden of the Huskies, her second team foul number 6, as Treidel will go to the line for 2. First shot on the way is, it is good. Took a nice bounce there as it goes through. It's going to be Taylor Brandt checking in for the Huskies. Crittenden will go to the bench here as Treidel gets set for her second of 2 free throws. Treidel's second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. So she makes them both. 40-2 our score. Eichenberger will throw it in. Pass goes inside to Brandt, trying to get it across half court here. Eichenberger now dribbling up the sideline here. Under 10 seconds to go in the half. Gets it to Lone. Her shot is no good. Too strong. Rebounded by Treidel. 2 seconds left on the clock. Noonan skip ahead pass to Weber. It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll do it for half number 1. So we played 2 quarters of basketball here from Central City. After 16 minutes, our score, Central City 40, Cedar Valley Christian 2. So not a whole lot to say about that one. It was just a really good performance there in that half by the Wildcats, doing a great job pressing in the full court and playing aggressive defense when they took off the press and just sat in the half court. So a 38-point halftime lead here for the Wildcats. We will be in running clock for the entirety of half number 2 as they are over the 35-point barrier. You can't have running clock in the first half. You can, however, at the very start of the second half. So halftime clock is running, 9 minutes, 20 seconds and counting before we play half number 2. Well, we've got a break here. I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. From your first checking account to your first car, first mortgage to retirement, and all the money matters in between, Next Bank people relate because they're your people. They're in your community, sitting beside you at the kids' games, working local fundraisers, and shooting the breeze at the grocery store. Start building the banking relationship of a lifetime with Next Bank, conveniently located in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. So if you're just tuning in tonight, I'm David Warrington. I'm coming to you live from Central City High School as the Central City Wildcats tonight hosting the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. We are at halftime here. It's about 8:20 to go before the second half will get underway. As that first half was all Central City doing a great job dominating in the full court using their press as they lead 40-2 here, building up a nice 38-point lead. So the Wildcats in their locker room, the Huskies just sitting in a circle at their bench, talking over what they want to do differently here in half number 2. As this is the Wildcats' 3rd game of the week so far here this week, as they will have games tomorrow and Saturday. Tomorrow they'll be right back here at home hosting the Starmont Stars. And I'll be on the call for that one right here on Wildcat Sports on YouTube, or if you're watching on FHS Network, it'll be right there as well. So that'll be tomorrow. They played earlier in the season in Arlington, home of the Starmont Stars. And the Wildcats came out on top by a score of 62-23. And then also on January 23rd, that's this coming Saturday, they will travel to Clinton to take on the Prince of Peace Irish in a Tri-Rivers West versus Tri-Rivers East matchup. Like this game tonight, that is a non-conference game in terms of conference standings, as there isn't an overall Tri-Rivers Conference champion, and you have a champion from the west side and a champion from the east side. So any games that are against Tri-Rivers opponents from the east don't count towards the standings, so that either this game tonight or the one on Saturday will affect the Wildcats in the standings either positively or negatively. So they have those 2 games remaining here this week. And I kind of mentioned it before in the pregame, but I'll take a quick look at it again. Just 2 more weeks after this week is over, so 2.5, including this week, left in this regular season for the Wildcats. They will travel to Delhi to take on the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats on January 26th, and they will host the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings on January 29th. Their 2 final regular season games will be the week after that. February 2nd, travel to Winthrop to take on the East Buchanan Buccaneers. Then they will finish their season on senior night at home against the Northland Lynx, and that game will be on February 5th. It's about 6 minutes to go here before we get things back underway for half number 2. As the Huskies look like they're going to try to get some shots up here in the 6 minutes they have. So the Huskies out on the floor now, ready to get some shots up. They're to my right. Wildcats still in the locker room. As we got about 5:20 to go here before we get things underway. The Huskies just out on the floor running some jump stop drills here at halftime. Something that Huskies coach over there on the bench probably noticed they were struggling to do here, trying to break the full court press. So getting some of that done here as we've got about 5 minutes left before we play the second half. So they're just running some drills here to my right. Wildcats still in the locker room. Four and a half minutes left before we play half number 2 now as we get closer to being ready to go here in our second half. Looks like the Huskies are going to run a horseshoe shooting drill as the Wildcats come out of the locker room now, going over to their bench. Wildcats just now exiting the locker room. We've got 3:45 to go here before half number 2. Wildcats in the basket to my left, getting some shots up before we play our second half of action here from Central City. Again, tonight's game between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and the Central City Wildcats. Wildcats, after 16 minutes of play, up big over the Huskies, 40-2. So 3 minutes and counting now as the clock continues to roll down. Looking forward to postseason districts being released here before too long. I'm assuming that will be coming out shortly. Always fun to see where you're going to be going and who you're going to be playing against in the postseason, trying to make it as far as you can, with ultimately the goal being to get down to Des Moines to the state tournament. There's 2.5 minutes to go here. Both teams out on the court, shooting around. Wildcats to my left, Huskies to my right. As I said, we will have running clock here throughout the second half. We'll see how long the starters play. I'd guess probably the majority of the third quarter the starters will stay in and then probably get some bench players going in the fourth quarter. So down to 1:45 now. This is a varsity boys and girls doubleheader, so after the girls game is over, we will have a boys game as well. I'm not sure exactly how long of a break we'll have. It's been around 20 minutes lately, so we'll see if that's what we stick with. I'll be sure to let you know what the situation is there after this game is over. For now, we got about 1:10 to go before half number 2. As the Wildcats getting their last shots up before they head over to the bench, get some last minute instructions from Coach Martinson, and get ready to go for our third quarter. Under a minute to go now as the referees head back onto the court. Wildcats over on their bench. Huskies still out on the floor here getting some last minute shots up. So we're just about set to go here for half number 2. Wildcats break their huddle, and they're going to come out onto the floor. Starting lineup for the Wildcats is going to be Natalie Noonan, Briley Brooks, Emma Fritcher, Sarah Reed, and Lucy Smith, with the 5 starting the second half for the Wildcats. Huskies come out. They're going to go with Crittenden, or excuse me, Crittenden will be on the bench. Eichenberger, Jessen, McLeod, Brandt, and Lone. Those are the 5 for both sides as Brooks will throw it in. Noonan will take it up. 8 minutes on the clock. We're set to go here for quarter number 3 from Central City. Brooks throws it in, and we are underway for the second half. Noonan crossing half court over to Fritcher right wing, inside to Reed. She gets it down low to Smith. Lucy Smith goes up. It's good. A quick basket there for Smith off a nice feed from Sarah Reed of the Wildcats. They extend their lead 42-2. Eichenberger bringing it to the cross half court. Double team comes right away. Gets it over to Jessen right wing. Looking around, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Brooks is there, applying pressure. Gets it top of the key to Eichenberger. Skip pass to Brandt on the left wing. Gets it in the short corner to Lone. Her shot, no good, too short. Brooks picks up the rebound as she's going to bring it up the floor now. Gets it over to Reed. Down low to Fritcher. Nice pass there from Reed as Fritcher finishes at the rim. She's got a lot of close shots here tonight. Been able to finish at the rim as the Wildcats lead 44-2. Pass is tipped now, goes out of bounds. Pass was from McLeod, off of the Wildcats. As the Huskies will keep it, Eichenberger will throw it in from the sideline right in front of the scorer's table. Inbounds pass is going to go to McLeod. She nearly loses it, picks it back up. Wildcats sitting in a 1-3-1, coming up double team now. Reed tips the pass, Brooks comes up with it, kick ahead pass goes to Fritcher. Fritcher to the rim, she's going to put up her layup, it's no good, rolls out, rebounded by Brooks, no good. Smith picks it up, her shot's blocked. Brooks comes up with the offensive rebound. Sarah Reed going to reset the offense. Fritcher is going to take a 3, that's no good. Had a chance, but just off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds off the Huskies now, so a lot of offensive rebounds there for the Wildcats. As it goes out of bounds off of Cedar Valley Christian, Fritcher will throw it in underneath her own basket. Wildcats in a box formation. Inbounds pass goes to Brooks. She thinks about a 3, now gets to Fritcher. Emma Fritcher from the corner for 3 is no good, just off back iron. She gets her own rebound, however. Sarah Reed, long 2 is no good. Fritcher comes up with the offensive rebound. She goes back up with it, and that is good. Finally, after what had to be at least 5 or 6 offensive rebounds, Emma Fritcher finishes off the possession with a basket for the Wildcats. They lead 46-2. Pass is tipped there. Fritcher steals it. Natalie Noonan clear look to the hoop. Eichenberger coming back to try to stop her, but it's going to be too little too late as she finishes the layup there. McLeod bringing it to the cross half court here. Double team comes. It's going to be out of bounds. As Belle Whitson is going to check into the game here for the Wildcats. Smith will go to the bench. 5.5 to go here in the third. 48-2 lead for the Wildcats. Eichenberger looking to throw it in for Cedar Valley Christian. Gets it into McLeod. Dribbling to her right, top of the key. Double team comes. Works through it, but it's going to be stolen away by Whitson. She can't quite secure it. It just rolls onto that out-of-bounds line. So it'll be a turnover for the Wildcats as we got Kramer, Treidel, and Weber checking back into the game for Central City. Fritcher, Brooks, and Noonan will go to the bench. Also got a sub here for the Huskies. Ella Crittenden will check in, and McLeod will take a seat. Clock's still rolling here. Again, we are on running clock. Eichenberger will throw it in. Gets it into Crittenden as the Wildcats sit in a 1-3-1. Right wing to Eichenberger. Gets a high post. Lone turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Reed. Reed kick ahead to Weber. Weber trying to control it. She gets it. Going to bring it into the corner. Nobody out there to guard her. She's going to take a 3. It's off the glass. Good. Corner bank 3. Probably not what you had in mind, but 3 points is 3 points. Bailey Weber knocks down the three-pointer as 51-2 lead now for the Wildcats. Jessen has it on the right wing. Gets it into the corner to Crittenden. Now Lone takes the jumper. That's off the mark. No good off the backboard. Treidel pulls it down. As she's going to bring it up for the Wildcats. Over to Weber, right wing. Inside to Reed. Reed takes one dribble. Kicks it back out to Kramer. Kramer, long 2, top of the key. That's good. As Hannah Kramer knocks down the mid-range jumper. It's going to be Eichenberger crossing half court here for the Huskies. Left wing, pass is tipped. It's going to go out of, or nearly out of bounds. Bounce off the referee and stays in. Kick ahead pass down court to Weber. Her layup is good after a nice down court pass from Reed. 55-2 our score. as Eichenberger will bring it up for the Huskies. Top of the key, gets it. Pass is tipped. It's going to go out of bounds. Tritle nearly got it to stay, but Wildcats not quite able to secure it, as Lacey Hennick is going to check in for the Wildcats. Sarah Reed will check out, and Rhea McFarland will come into the ball game for the Huskies. McFarland throws it in, as Lone trying to attack now. Mid-range jumper from Lone is no good. Whitson pulls down the rebound. Kick ahead pass to Weber. Nobody between her and the basket. Her fast break layup is good. Bailey Weber scored 7 points here in just the past few possessions, as a turnover there from Crittenden. Got a little bit ahead of herself and just stepped over the out-of-bounds line. And that's going to be a turnover for the Huskies. Wildcats stack formation at the free throw line. Kramer to throw it in, gets it into Weber. She takes a three from the right wing. That's no good, left it a bit short. McFarland pulls down the rebound, as Crittenden will bring it up for the Huskies. Crossing half court, dribbling right. Gets it into the corner to Brandt. She gets it over right wing to Jessen. Double teamed. Now Weber backs off. High post alone. Brandt fakes the three. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Ball's on the ground. Jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow favoring the Huskies. Has 4 in here for the Wildcats. Going to be Fritcher, Noonan, Brooks, and Smith. Hennick will stay. Everybody else will head out for Central City, as Crittenden looks to throw it in for the Huskies. Inbounds pass goes to Lone. Her jumper is no good, left a bit short, rebounded by Hennick. She gives it over to Noonan, crossing half court. Noonan into the right wing to Fritcher. Emma Fritcher for 3. That's going to be short, no good. Rebounded by the Huskies. Looks like we had a foul here. That's going to go against, I believe they got Lucy Smith for that one. That's her first. Team foul number 1 against the Wildcats in the second half, as Lone will bring it up for the Huskies. Crossing half court, dribbling up the floor. Looks like she may have gotten away with the travel there, but knocks down the mid-range jumper to make the score 57-4. Fritcher has a right wing, gets it down low to Smith. Smith, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Noonan. She puts it up. That's partially blocked. And we got out of bounds. Or we have a foul. Foul's going to go against Smith again, I believe. It's going to be her second team foul number 2, as the running clock has got the game moving pretty quickly here. We're down to 45 seconds in the third quarter. Lone will bring it up for the Huskies. Picks up her dribble. Top of the key to Crittenden. She gives it over to Jessen. Bounce pass top of the key to Brandt. Brandt looking for somewhere to go with it. Dribbling it out. Pass is tipped, but picked up by Jessen, so the Huskies keep it. Bounce pass over to Crittenden, right wing. Pull-up three-pointer is no good. Noonan pulls down the rebound here. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Noonan bringing it up the floor. Skip pass to Brooks. She's going to try to get inside. Picks it up. Noonan at the free throw line over to Fritcher. Fritcher inside to Smith. And we're going to have a foul, it looks like. Looks like they're going to get Brianna Jessen for the foul, as that is going to do it for quarter number 3. At the end of the third quarter, our score, Central City 57, Cedar Valley Christian 4. I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa, expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. If you want to take your banking to the next level, Next Bank is for you. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So the Wildcats increase their lead here, 57-4. As just 8 minutes left to go here in the ballgame. Possession arrow favors the Wildcats, so they'll get it first. Looks like the Wildcats had 4 or 5 subs coming to the scorer's table right when that quarter ended, so we'll see who's coming into the game for Central City. Wildcats break their huddle. They're going to start quarter number 4 with Reed, Weber, Whitson, Kramer, and Tritle. Huskies come out with McFarland, Lone, Crittenden, Eichenberger, and Brandt. Kramer will throw it in. Weber will bring it up for the Wildcats. As Central City get the first crack at things here in quarter number 4 as we're underway. Weber going to bring it up over into the right corner to Tritle. Down low to Reed. As that part partially blocked there on the shot. It's going to go off of the Huskies. The Wildcats will keep it. Kramer will throw it in from underneath the Wildcats basket. Wildcats will get in a stack formation at the free throw line. Inbounds pass over to Weber, top of the key. Takes one dribble, gets it over to Treidel on the right wing. Down low to Reed. Her turnaround jumper is no good. Rolls off the basket. As Weber saves it, but it goes right to Eichenberger of the Huskies. She will bring it up. Crossing half court now. Guarded by Weber. Gets it over right wing to Crittenden. Dribbling right, attacking. Passes tip. And Whitson's going to come up with it. Nearly stepped in the out-of-bounds line, but just kept it in. Reed's going to bring it up the floor now for the Wildcats. Over to Kramer. Kramer gets it to Treidel. Emma Treidel, three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound by Reed. She gets it to Kramer. And Hannah Kramer finishes on the inside off a nice feed there from Sarah Reed. 6:55 and counting to go here in the ball game as Eichenberger brings it up. Gets to McFarland. Mid-range shot is blocked by Reed. Treidel pulls down the rebound. Bounce pass goes to Weber. And she's going to finish at the rim on the fast break layup as the Wildcats lead 61-4. Inbounds pass to Crittenden, and now right back to Eichenberger. Eichenberger will bring it up here for the Huskies. Crossing half court. Top of the key to Lone, attacking the basket. It's tipped, it's going to be stolen. Bailey Weber running in the full court. Her left-handed layup's too strong, no good. She gets her own rebound, but she hadn't come back inbounds yet, so it'll be out of bounds. We got 5 new here for the Wildcats. Fritcher, Brooks, Noonan, Lexi Hennett coming into the ball game, as is Lucy Smith. So 6 minutes and counting to go here, as looks like we'll also have a sub for the Huskies. Brianna Jessen is going to check in. I believe they also got McLeod back into the ball game. Brandt and Lone go to the bench. 5:50 to play as Eichenberger will bring it up for Cedar Valley Christian. She picks up her dribble, top of the key, right about the logo. Gets it over to McFarland, right wing. Looking for somewhere to go with it, top of the key to Jessen. She can't secure the pass, it's loose. Fritcher nearly comes up with it. She has it now. Gets it down to low to Hennick, and Hennick can't secure the pass. It's going to go out of bounds. And it will be Cedar Valley Christian ball. Eichenberger inbounds it to McLeod, as Lexi McLeod will bring it up the floor for the Huskies. Guarded by Hennick. Gets it to McFarland. Ball's loose. McFarland comes up with it. Right about the volleyball line. She gets it over to McLeod, top of the key. Attacking right. Loses it, but it's picked up by Eichenberger on the right wing. In trouble here. She dribbles left. Gets it inside. That's Jessen. Now out to Eichenberger, top of the key. Her three-pointer on the way. That's going to be no good off the back iron. Rebounded by Smith. Ball's loose, picked up by Noonan. Noonan skip past to Brooks. Bounce pass inside to Fritcher. Nice feed there from Briley Brooks. Emma Fritcher gets the easy look on the inside. 4:30 to go here in the fourth. 63-4. The Wildcats lead it. McLeod picks up her dribble. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Crittenden. Guarded by Fritcher. Tough defense being played by the Wildcats here as Jessen fakes her shot. Gets it in the corner to McLeod. Now over to Eichenberger on the left wing. Guarded by Brooks. Top of the key to Crittenden. Now McFarland has it. Top of the key to Eichenberger. Her shot is blocked. Brooks got a piece of it. Offensive rebound picked up by McFarland. McLeod looking to attack. Nothing there. Gets it out to Eichenberger, top of the key. Attacking here. Now she gets it down low to Jessen. Jessen, fall away shots no good. Fritcher picks up the rebound. As we've got a timeout for subs here, as Whitson and Lacey Hennick will check in. Brooks will exit, as will Fritcher. Also had, looks like Mackenzie Lone entering the ball game for the Huskies. Looks like we're going to have a 30-second timeout here charged against the Wildcats. So with 3:36 to play here in the fourth quarter, our score, Central City 63, Cedar Valley Christian 4. So go ahead and give a quick shout out to Next Bank, or looks like we won't quite have time as we're at the first horn there. So we're about to get back to play here. 3.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Cedar Valley Christian is going to go with McLeod, Jessen, Eichenberger, McFarland, and Lone. Wildcats going with Whitson, Smith, Noonan, Lacey Hennick, and Lexi Hennick. Whitson to throw it in, as Noonan will bring it up the floor for Central City. 3.5 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Gets it right wing to Lexi Hennick, inside to Smith. Smith, fall away floater is no good. Gonna have a foul called against Smith, it appears. I believe that's her third. It's gonna be team foul number 3. As Briley Brooks is gonna check in for Central City. Natalie Noonan will go to the bench. Inbounds pass goes to McLeod, and right back to Eichenberger, who will bring it up the floor for the Huskies. Crossing half court here, guarded by Lacey Hennick. Steal here by Brooks. Brooks attacking now, going in the full court, trying to slow it up. Inside to Lacey Hennick. Dangerous pass, stolen away by McFarland. As a couple girls get tangled up there, hit the floor. Looks like they're both okay. McLeod's -1 shoe, but other than that, no harm done. Eichenberger on the right wing, trying to attack. Fakes a three, now she's going to take the long three off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Lexi Hennick of the Wildcats. Lexi running in the full court here. Loses it out of bounds, it's going to be off the Huskies, so the Wildcats will keep it. Emma Trital to re-enter the ball game for the Wildcats. Brooks will come out. Also got a sub for the Huskies here. Taylor Brandt coming in, and Rhea McFarland will exit the game. Lacey Hennick will throw it in. Gets it to Lexi Hennick, top of the key. Open three on the way. It's no good. Looked like it had a chance, but just a bit short there from Lexi. As Eichenberger will bring it up for the Huskies. Guarded by Trital. Good pressure being applied. Gets it to Lone. Picks it up. Now Jessen. Top of the key to McLeod. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Guarded by Smith. Lone mid-range jumper is no good off the backboard. Rebounded by Lacey Hennick. 1:45 to play here in the fourth, as Trital will bring it up. Trital top of the key over left wing to Hennick. Lexi Hennick, mid-range jumper is short. Lacey Hennick picks up the offensive rebound, gets it back to Lexi. Lexi puts it up. A lot of contact, but no foul called. Out of bounds off of the Huskies, so the Wildcats will keep it. Hannah Kramer going to come into the game for the Wildcats. Trital will come out. Crittenden entering for CVC, as Eichenberger will go to the bench. Lacey Hennick will throw it in, top of the key. Mid-range jumper on the way from Lexi Hennick. It's short. Nice save there by Lacey Hennick, as Smith is going to be fouled. As good hustle there by Lacey Hennick to save that ball. As Lucy Smith will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Weber will be summoned into the game here after this first free throw. 1:05 to play in the ball game. First free throw from Smith is no good. Bit off the mark, off back iron, as Weber checking in. She's going to get Kramer, who will go to the bench. One more shot here for Smith. Second free throw on the way is good. Got it to go off a back iron. 64-4 our score, as we got 1 minute and counting to go in the game. McLeod crossing half court, guarded by Weber right away. Nearly gets a steal, and we're going to have a foul here, it looks like, against Lexi Hennick of the Wildcats. On the floor, so no free throws, as Sarah Reed's going to come back into the game for the last 45 seconds or so. Lexi's first foul of the game, team foul number 4. Crittenden gets it in to McLeod. Ball's on the ground. Bounce pass over to Brandt. She can't secure it. She has it now over to Lone. Lone dribbling right. Mid-range jumper is off the mark. Left it short, out of bounds. As Emma Fritcher will enter the game here, as Reed will come out. Inbounds pass to Fritcher here. 15 seconds and counting to go in the game. Fritcher crossing half court. Whitson takes the three from the right wing. It's off the mark, rebounded by Lone of the Huskies, but she steps on the out-of-bounds line, so the Wildcats will get it back. We'll see if they decide to inbound it here. They don't have to, as we're down to 2 seconds. 1 second, and that is going to do it for tonight. As our final score, Central City 64, Cedar Valley Christian 4. So a dominant showing here tonight from the Wildcats as they come out with a 60-point lead. Final score, Central City 64, Cedar Valley Christian 4. So that's going to do it for the girls' game. We'll have the boys' game here in a little while, waiting to see how much time they put up on the scoreboard. It's been about 20, 25 minutes lately, so we'll see what they go with tonight. There's one thing to note here for the boys. Makai Benton, he's missed the last several games with a wrist injury. I believe a broken wrist, but he is good to go here. The cast is off. He's got a brace on it, but he is dressed, and I talked to him a little bit earlier, who will be playing tonight as 30 minutes is put on the clock. So I'll take a break here for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back to you in a little while as I will be here back to prep the boys game. So we'll probably be back right around 6:40. I'll put it in the chat here on this YouTube page what time it will be. But thanks for listening to the girls game. Come back about 20 minutes. We'll have the boys game right here on the same link. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wildcat Basketball on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page and the NFHS Network. If you're tuning in for the first time tonight, I'm David Warrington coming to you live from Central City High School. The girls' game between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and the Central City Wildcats just finished up around 10 minutes ago, with the Wildcats coming out on top over the Huskies 64-4. Next up will be the boys' contest. These teams met once a year ago, with the Wildcats coming out on top last season 67-43. Now, before I give you the rundown on both teams, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank is a financially strong community bank. Invested partnerships help their customers achieve what's next for their financial dreams. Next Bank has 5 locations to serve you: Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So again, we're back at Central City High School for this game between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and your Central City Wildcats. Take a look at both teams here for you. First up, taking a look at the Wildcats. Central City enters tonight's game sitting at 0-12 so far on the year, looking for win number 1. Marshall Vandevet is leading the Wildcats in scoring so far this season. The senior guard is currently averaging 12.9 points per game. He is followed in scoring by freshman Aiden Klosterman, sitting at 8.8 points per game. Marcus Shellhorn leads the team in rebounding to this point. The 6'2 sophomore is pulling down 4.8 rebounds per game. Vandevet leads the team defensively with 1.5 steals per game, while Shellhorn averages 0.7 blocks, leading the team. Taking a look at the Huskies so far this year, they entered tonight's game 1-10 on the year. Their sole win of the season came to this point came in the season opener against Starmont. They played this past Tuesday in a home game against Easton Valley, which they lost 95-16. The Huskies have a very balanced scoring attack. Their leading scorer is Levi Telecki. The junior guard is averaging 10.8 points per game. He is followed by Drew Grimm at 9.2, Nadi Kajela at 8.6, and Abdisa Ali at 8.4. Ali leads the team in rebounds. The freshman pulls down 7.3 rebounds per night. Joshua Jackson is the team leader in assists, averaging 1.9. Levi Telecki is the leader in steals per game with 2.4, and Dakota Jordan leads the team in blocks, blocking 0.9 shots per game. So there's a rundown on who we got playing for us tonight. We got, again, Cedar Valley Christian and Central City. The Huskies currently out on the floor in their gray shorts with blue trim, as well as their black shooting shirts. They're to my left right now. Wildcats were to my right. They just headed into the locker room for a last-minute chat. Coach Carlson going to give them some last-minute instructions, and they'll be out on the floor momentarily. We got 6:50 to go here before we get things underway in the boys' contest. Again, girls finished up here about 25 minutes or so ago. They came on top against the Huskies 64-4 in a really dominant performance by the Central City Wildcats. So while we've got some time here, I'll go ahead and give a rundown on how both teams have gotten to this point. First for the Wildcats, again searching for win number 1 so far this year. Their first game at Midland, they lost 71-37. They then hosted the Central Elkader Warriors, where they lost 48-45 on a last-second three-point buzzer beater. They then hosted Alburnett, lost 73-18. They traveled to Starmont and lost 53-45 in overtime, in a game they definitely could have won, and they'll have the chance for redemption tomorrow when the Stars come to town. I'll be on the call for that one as well, so tune in right here on Wildcat Sports for that one. Again, that's tomorrow night, 5:30. We'll start the broadcast at 5:20. Looking back here at the schedule for the Wildcats, they hosted the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats and lost 56-25. They traveled to the Calamus-Wheatland Warriors and lost 70-37. They traveled to Edgewood to face the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings and lost 69-26. They hosted East Buchanan, lost 52-18 in that one. Traveled to Northland and lost to the Lynx 95-20. Hosted Springville, lost 100-33. And they've had 2 games so far this week. Traveled to Dunkerton, where the Raiders won 88-14, and traveled to Alburnett this past Tuesday the 19th, where the Pirates came out on top 70-16. There's the rundown on the season for the Wildcats so far. The Huskies, on the other hand, they started their year at Starmont, where they won 60-51 in their lone win so far this season. They then traveled to Springville and lost 86-39. At Maquoketa Valley, lost 52-34, or 52-24 rather. Versus Northland, lost 95-32. At Prince of Peace, lost 60-29. At Easton Valley, lost 83-35. At Midland, lost 55-49 in their first game back from the holiday break. At Marquette Catholic, lost 69-47. Versus English Valleys, lost 59-55, and just a 4-point game there, so they just let one slip away there. At Calamus-Wheatland, they lost 70-29. And in their most recent game on January 19th, this past Tuesday, at home against Easton Valley, they lost to the Riverhawks 95-16. So both teams Win total isn't where they want it to be, but they have a chance to get one more in the column right now. Wildcats searching for win number 1. Definitely a winnable one here tonight against the 1-win Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. So we're about 4 minutes, 20 seconds away from tip here, as both teams out on the floor getting some shots up. Again, the Huskies to my left in their gray shorts with the blue trim and the black shooting shirts. Wildcats to my right, they've got the white shorts with the red and black trim, and they've got their black shooting shirts as well. Both teams getting up some jumpers here, trying to get ready to go as the Huskies take on the Wildcats in about 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes now. As I mentioned it a little bit before here, right before I I went off for a break after the girls' game, but Mackay Benton, he's only played in 3 games so far this season. He started the first 2 games of the year against Midland and Central Elkader, and then he started the game against Alburnett as well, but about 2 minutes in, he went out with an apparent wrist injury, and then the next game, he was sitting behind the bench with a cast, ended up with a broken wrist. So that was unfortunate for Mackay, but luckily for both Mackay and the Wildcats, Mackay is back out there tonight. The cast is off. He does have a brace, but it doesn't seem to be affecting his shooting stroke at all. His shooting's looking good right now. As it's going to be great to have him back in the lineup. He gives some much-needed height to this Wildcat team that's really lacking in that category. 6'2", just a freshman, but he's got a good build to him. He's a good, strong kid, and he's able to pull down some rebounds. He was leading the team in rebounds when he went out. We'll see if he can continue to rebound the ball well and do good things for the Wildcats, both on offense and on defense here tonight. So again, great to have him back, as it's been a long time. He last played on December 15th against the Alburnett Pirates in a game where he played for about 2 minutes before coming out with an injury, and he didn't go back into the game. Finally, ready to go here against the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. It's about 2.5 minutes away from tip-off now, as both teams getting up some last-minute shots. We'll see what the Wildcats decide to do here with their starting lineup. When they started the year, Mackay was starting. Obviously, they've had to find some different options in the starting group with Mackay out. So my guess would be that probably Castor Abernathy, who started the last couple games, he'll probably come off the bench with Mackay starting in his place. So that would give us a lineup of Vandevet, Klosterman, Kramer, Shellhorn, and Benton, which is how the Wildcats were going to start the year until Mackay went down. So that's my guess. We'll see here in about a little under 2 minutes if I'm right, as we're closing in on tip-off here in the boys varsity contest between the Huskies of Cedar Valley Christian and the Wildcats of Central City. A couple Huskies players starting to head over to the bench, as Marshall Vandevet, first Wildcat player over to their bench, getting ready to go here for this varsity contest. A minute and a half to go before we get things underway. Again, if you're just tuning in, I'm David Warrington. I'm coming to you live from Central City High School. Girls game between the Huskies and the Wildcats wrapped up just about a half hour ago. Now the Wildcats boys team getting ready to take on the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. So both teams taking a seat on the bench, getting ready to go. It looks like might actually have Mackay coming off the bench, which kind of makes sense, as he's probably not quite ready, not quite in game shape, as he hasn't been able to play in a game here for a while. So we'll definitely see him off the bench, though, as he's going to be a big factor here tonight for the Wildcats, in my opinion. 40 seconds and counting now before we meet tonight's starters. And then we'll be getting things underway momentarily. Time continues to tick down here as we're closing in on the opening tip. Again, Huskies sitting at 1-10 on the year. Wildcats 0-12, looking for win number 1 tonight against Cedar Valley Christian. Final 10 seconds about to roll off the clock here, as when they do, it looks like we're going to go ahead and meet our starters, as Denise McGovern will announce starting lineups. I'll follow along with her as she does so.
For the starting lineup for the Cedar Valley Huskies, number 3, Brady Dirks.
Sophomore, number 3, Brady Dirk, starting for the Huskies.
Number 5, Josh Jackson.
Junior, number 5, Joshua Jackson.
Number 10, Nadi Kajela.
Junior, number 10, Nadi Kajela.
Number 15, Brandon Jensen.
Junior, number 15, Brandon Jessen.
Number 20,
and senior number 20, Dakota Jordan.
For your Wildcats,
Starters for the Wildcats. Senior number 2, Marshall Vandevet.
number 4, Aiden Klosterman.
Freshman number 4, Aiden Klosterman.
Number 21, Jack Kramer.
Junior number 21, Jack Kramer.
22, Castor Abernathy.
Freshman number 22, Castor Abernathy.
Number 34, Marcus
And sophomore number 34, Marcus Shellhorn. Assistant coach for the Huskies is Dave Stanek. Cedar Valley Christian's head coach is John Grimm. Assistant coach for the Wildcats is John McGovern. Central City's head coach is Tanner Carlson. There are your starting lineups. 8 minutes are set on the clock, and we're just about ready to go here for varsity basketball. Again, the Wildcats going with Vandevet, Kramer, Klosterman, Abernathy, and Shellhorn. Dakota Jordan will jump for the Wildcats. Marcus Shellhorn will jump for, or Dakota Jordan will jump for the Huskies. Marcus Shellhorn will jump for the Wildcats. Wildcats will work left to right. Huskies will go right to left. As we're about to get underway, ball in the air, controlled by the Huskies. We are underway as Dierks brings up the floor for the Huskies. Guarded by Abernathy, top of the key to Kajella. He gives it over to Jordan, now to Jackson. Jackson corner to Jessen. Top of the key to Dierks. Dierks attacking the basket. Top of the key to Kajella. He gives it over to Jordan. Thinks about a 3 attacking now. Tough move inside. He puts it up. No good. It's going to be out of bounds. Looks like we got a foul here as well. It's going to go against the Huskies. Foul is going to be called against Joshua Jackson, or excuse me, Brandon Jessen. That's his first team foul number 1. As Wildcats will bring it up. Close from bringing it to the cross half court. Gets into the corner to Abernathy. Abernathy goes top of the key to Kramer. Kramer attacking left. Gives it off to Abernathy, dribbling to his right. Over to Klosterman. Aiden Klosterman, three-pointer from the wing is no good. In and out. Dierks pulls down the rebound for the Huskies. Dierks gives it over to Kajella, right wing. Attacking, top of the key to Jackson. Jackson over to Jordan, into the corner to Jessen. Top of the key to Kajella, guarded by Vandevet. He pulls up, three-pointer is no good, off back iron. Rebound picked up by Vandevet, and the Wildcats will go the other way. Vandevet nearly loses it. Jackson, or excuse me, Kajella playing some nice defense. Bounce pass to Klosterman, into the corner to Abernathy. Castor Abernathy for 3, long, no good, but Shellhorn with a nice offensive rebound and put back for 2. Marcus Shellhorn opens the scoring for the Wildcats. They lead 2-0 over the Huskies. Into the corner to Jessen, top of the key to Jordan. He gives it over to Dierks, dribbling right, now give it to Kajella on the right wing. The short corner now to Jackson, hits a cutting Jessen. He loses it, falls to the ground, out of bounds. And it's going to be a turnover there for the Huskies as the Wildcats will take over. Kramer will throw it in. Klosterman will bring it up. 6.5 to go here in the first. Wildcats lead 2-0. Jackson meeting Klosterman right when he crosses half court. Good screen there by Shellhorn, but Klosterman loses the ball. Trying to steal it away from Jessen now. They're on the floor with it. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Huskies controlled the tip, so that'll be in the Wildcats' favor as they will get possession here. Looks like they're going to take it in from the baseline. Kramer's going to throw it in. Kramer looking to get it in now. Throwing it under his own basket. It's over to Vandevet, top of the key, guarded by Jackson. Attacking the hoop. Floater on the way. It's short. No good. Good hustle there by Shellhorn as he pulls down the offensive rebound. As going to get a foul on Kajella. He tried to poke the ball out from behind Kramer. Almost got away with it, but a little too much contact there. It's going to be a foul. His first team foul number 2 for the Huskies as Kramer will throw it in again from underneath the basket. Gets it into Vandevet. A little float or fadeaway shot, no good. Kajella pulls down the board. Bringing it up the floor across half court. Now over to Dierks. Fakes a 3, attacking the basket now. Pulls it back out. Jordan, now Jackson, top of the key. He's going to pull it from the mid-range. His shot is good as Joshua Jackson gets the first bucket here for the Huskies. We're tied 2-2. Klosterman, skip pass across half court to Abernathy, down low to Shellhorn. And Marcus Shellhorn finishes at the rim, his second bucket of the night. Off a nice assist there from Abernathy. 4-2, the Wildcats lead it. Jackson attacking over in the corner, and now to the right wing. The Dierks fakes a pull-up jumper. Now over to Kajella. Kajella gets it to Jordan, now into the corner to Jackson. Top of the key to Dierks. Fakes a 3. He will take the 3 now, and his 3 is off the mark. Shellhorn with another rebound. He's got to have 3 or 4 already here less than halfway through the first quarter. Skip pass over to Klosterman, looking to attack now into the corner to Abernathy. He can't quite handle the pass. It was a little bit low. As it's going to be a turnover, and the Huskies will take over. Just under 3 minutes into the ball game here. Wildcats lead early, 4-2, as Joshua Jackson will bring the ball up the floor for the Huskies. Over to Jordan on the left wing, into the corner to Jessen. He gives it over to Dirks. Dirks 3 on the way. That one is good. As Brady Dirks, 3-point basket there for the Huskies. 5-4 lead for CVC. Van de Vet dribbling it up. And the foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to go against Dirks. We'll wait for the call here from the official. That does seem to be the case. The foul is going to go against Brady Dirks, his first team foul number 3. As Kramer will throw it in from the sideline. Wildcats still in the backcourt. Gets it in to Van de Vet. Coach Carlson of the Wildcats calling a set play from the sideline as they are across half court now. Over to Van de Vet. And he gets it in the corner to Shellhorn. Down low to Abernathy. And now back out to Van de Vet. Aiden Klosterman, wing 3 on the way. It's good. Aiden Klosterman knocks down a 3-pointer from the right wing. Wildcats reclaim the lead 7-5. Kajela trying to get to the rim. Now pulls it back out. Nearly loses it. Gets it back, however. Top of the key to Dirks. Now over to Jackson. And they're going to say he moved his pivot foot as Joshua Jackson whistled for a travel. And the Wildcats will have it. Kramer to throw it in. Inbounds pass goes to Van de Vet. As he'll bring it up, guarded by Jackson in the full court. He nearly loses it. Gets past Jackson now. Double team comes. And we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Carlson of the Wildcats. Just a 30-second timeout. As Van de Vet kind of in a tough spot there as the double team was coming from both Kajela and Jackson as he just crossed half court. But so 30-second timeout here with 4:16 remaining in the first quarter. Our score, Central City 7, Cedar Valley Christian 5. So a pretty decent start here from both sides, but the Wildcats do have the 2-point lead as they're in this timeout quick. They'll have the ball coming out of the timeout. No subs for either side yet, as the Huskies will keep their starting 5 of Jordan, Jackson, Jessen, Kajela, and Dirks. Wildcats will stick with Van de Vet, Klosterman, Shellhorn, Abernathy, and Kramer. Van de Vet's going to throw it in from right in front of the scorer's table. Looks like one of the Huskies players wearing a white undershirt underneath the gray jersey. I don't think that's allowed, so I think that's maybe why he's going back into the locker room. Inbounds pass goes to Klosterman, now over left wing to Kramer, or excuse me, that's Van de Vet. Skip pass, now it's over to Kramer. Attacking the basket, into the corner to Abernathy, top of the key to Klosterman. Now he gets it over to Van de Vet. Marshall Van de Vet, left wing 3 is good. Marshall knocks down the 3 from the wing. Wildcats lead 10-5. Dirks crossing half court. We have a foul called against the Wildcats as they've started a full court press. It's going to go against Aiden Klosterman. That's going to be his first foul, team foul number 1. Inbounds pass goes to Jackson in the backcourt, crossing over into the front court. Left wing to Jordan. Now top of the key to Dirks. Now over to Jessen and into the corner to Kajela. Kajela attacking to his left, top of the key to Jordan. Now over to Dirks left wing. He's dribbling right. Kajela, 3-pointer on the way. No good, off back iron. Rebounded by Shellhorn as he pulls down yet another one. He's off to a fast start, picking up a lot of rebounds as Marcus Shellhorn. Van de Vet gets it over to Kramer on the right wing. Skip pass, short corner to Shellhorn, out to Van de Vet. Marshall Van de Vet for 3, same spot. Different result as that one's no good. And I believe they're going to get Shellhorn here for over the back. That would be his first foul, if that is who they got. And Makai Benton heading over to the scorer's table. That is Shellhorn's first foul. As Makai Benton, for the first time since December 15th in the Alburnett game, checked into the game for the Wildcats. Marcus Prusman also in, as both Abernathy and Shellhorn go to the bench. Dirks will throw it in for the Huskies, gets it into Jackson. Wildcats pressing in the full court. Pass up ahead to Kajela, attacking the basket. Bounce pass to Jessen. Short corner jumper is no good, off the mark, too long. Rebound pulled down by Klosterman. He picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Prusman. Prusman gives it over to Kramer, crossing into the front court. Kramer over to Van de Vet, right wing. Guarded by Jackson, dribbling, trying to get to the basket, over to Kramer. Jack Kramer, left wing 3 is no good. And rebound going to be picked up by Klosterman. His mid-range jumper on the way. That's left a bit short. It was a good contest by the Huskies as that shot is blocked. Prusman tried the fadeaway jumper. Dakota Jordan sent it back. Nice block there by Jordan of the Huskies. As Kramer will throw it in for the Wildcats. Uses the backcourt, gets it into Van de Vet. There's 2:40 to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead 10-5. Pass over to Klosterman. He fakes a 3, down low to Benton. Makai goes up with the shot. It's good as Makai Benton back in the scorer's book for the first time in a while. That's got to feel good. Wildcats lead 12-5. 2.5 to play in the first. Jackson attacking the basket. Bounce pass to Jordan. Right wing. Dierks three-pointer on the way. It's no good. But they're going to get a shooting foul. As we'll see what the call is here. So no shot is the call. It's going to go against Kramer. I believe that may be his second. No, I think that's going to be his first. As we got our first sub here of the night for the Huskies, as that was Kramer's first foul, team foul number 3. As we've got Gabe Whirling checking in for the Huskies. Brandon Jessen going to the bench. Kajella will throw it in from the sideline as he gets it into Jackson. Bringing it up the floor for the Huskies. Over left wing to Whirling. Into the corner to Jordan. Top of the key to Kajella. Guarded by Van de Vet. Now over to Jackson, right wing. Bounce pass over to Whirling. Nice cut there. Ball's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds off of Kajella. And the Wildcats will have it here. 2:05 to play in the first. They lead 12-5. Marcus Shellhorn's going to re-enter the game here for the Wildcats. Marcus Prusman will come out. Inbounds pass from Van de Vet to Klosterman. He will bring it up the floor for Central City. Kajella pressuring him in the full court. Now over to Van de Vet across half court. Over to Klosterman. Aiden Klosterman for 3 from the left wing. That's good. Wildcats shooting it well from 3 to start as they lead 15-5 here. 10-point lead for Central City. Jackson crossing half court. Into Whirling, attacking the hoop. His shot's no good, but there is a foul. I believe that's going to be Shellhorn's second, as Whirling will go to the line for 2. That is Shellhorn's second, team foul number 4. We'll see if they stick with Shellhorn here. 2 fouls in the first quarter. He's got to be careful not to get a third before a half, as first free throw is good by Whirling. Van de Vet trying to sneak down the floor underneath the Wildcats basket while the free throws are happening. Shellhorn will come out. Castor Abernathy will check back into the ball game for Central City as Whirling attempts free throw number 2. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. He knocks down both. 15-7 the Wildcats lead as Abernathy inbounds pass to Van de Vet. He gets it ahead to Abernathy now. Over to Benton. Looking down low. Doesn't see anything. Now top of the key to Van de Vet. Over to Klosterman, left wing. Fakes a 3. Attacking the basket now. Floater on the way. It's no good. It's going to go out of bounds. Off of the Huskies, though. So the Wildcats will keep it. They'll throw it in from underneath their own basket. Looks like Kramer will throw it in. Wildcats running a play here, trying to get it in. Gets it into Klosterman, left wing. Fakes the 3. Top of the key to Abernathy. Attacking. Bounce pass to Kramer in the corner. And they're going to get him for a travel here before he put down his dribble. So Wildcats turn it over. Huskies will have it. 1:23 to go in the first. 15-7 lead for Central City. As Troy Curtis is going to check into the game for the Wildcats for the first time tonight. Makai Benton will go out. Dierks inbounds pass to Jackson. Guarded by Van de Vet. Skip ahead pass to Kajella. Kajella dribbling left, picks it up. Top of the key to Jackson. Over to Jordan in the right corner. Jordan, three-pointer is no good. And we're going to have over the back called against Whirling of the Huskies. That'll be their 4th foul of the night. 1:10 to go here in the first. 15-7 lead for Central City. That is Whirling's first foul. Again, team foul number 4. Long pass to Abernathy. He gets it into Curtis. Troy Curtis, floater on the way, is off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Jordan. As Jackson will bring it up for the Huskies. Good idea there. Couldn't quite finish at the rim, though. Jackson, fadeaway shot. No good off the glass. Rebounded by Klosterman. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter as Klosterman brings it up the floor. Bounce pass to Kramer on the right wing. Attacking. Now over to Abernathy. Attacking the hoop. He tries to get into Curtis. He does get it there. Kick out to Van de Vet. His three-pointer is good. Marshall Van de Vet with yet another 3. Wildcats lead 18-7 here. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kajella trapped in the corner. Loses it. Curtis comes up with it. Over to Abernathy. He gives it to Klosterman. Wildcats probably looking for one shot here. Just 30 seconds and counting the play in quarter number 1. Kajella still pressuring in the full court. Bounce pass into the front court to Kramer. Guarded by Dierks. Skip pass over to Van de Vet as the Wildcats do appear to be holding for one shot. 15 seconds and counting. Klosterman now over to Kramer, right wing. 10 seconds to go here. Wildcats gotta look to get a good shot here before the half. Van de Vet dribbling left and now attacking the basket. His floater is no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. It bounces around, no good. Troy Curtis gets it, and it's gonna bounce in. Troy Curtis, and they will count it. Good hustle there by Curtis to get the offensive rebound. He didn't even hit the floor, I don't think. before putting it back in. It bounced around nearly off the top of the hoop and falls through. So a great quarter of basketball there by the Wildcats. We played 8 minutes. Our score, Central City 20, Cedar Valley Christian 7. While we've got a break here, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So strong quarter of play there from the Wildcats, as through 8 minutes of play, they lead 13, up 20-7. The Huskies don't seem to have a very deep bench, as they only made one sub that entire first quarter. They'll come out with the same lineup they just had, with Jordan, Jackson, Dierks, Kajella, and Whirling. Wildcats getting set to come out too. They'll go with Abernathy, Curtis, Klosterman, Kramer, and Vandevet. Huskies will have it first. Dierks will throw it in. Jackson will bring it up, as we're just about set to get things underway here for half number 2. Dierks' inbounds pass goes to Jackson as we're underway in the second quarter. Bringing it up the floor. Now short corner to Jordan. His mid-range shot's on the way. It's too long. Abernathy can't secure the rebound. Out of his hands, goes out of bounds, and the Huskies will keep it. Dierks will throw it in. Top of the key out to Kajella now on the inbounds pass. He gets it over to Jackson. Now right wing to Jordan, into the corner to Dierks. He fakes 3 attacking baseline. Mid-range pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound, nice poke there by Jackson to get the offensive board. Top of the key to Kajella, wide open look from 3, no good. Rebound, fought for, Kramer saves it, gets it into the hands of Klosterman, and the Wildcats will bring it up. 30 seconds gone here, Wildcats still lead 20-7. Vandevet trying to get to the hoop, nice move, he can finish at the rim. Marshall Vandevet with a layup there to increase the Wildcats lead 22-7. Klosterman tips the pass right into the hands of Jackson. He kicks it ahead to Jordan. He takes a hard dribble, goes up, and they're going to get Troy Curtis for a foul. It looked like he was pretty straight up, but maybe moving a little bit there. Wasn't much of a foul, but it was just enough to draw the whistle, as Dakota Jordan will go to the line for 2. So that's going to be Curtis's first foul, team foul number 5, as Jordan, his first free throw on the way, is good. As Makai Benton's going to re-enter the game, Troy Curtis will come out. Jordan set to attempt his second free throw here. 7:11 to go on the second. 22-8 our score. Jordan's second free throw on the way is good. He knocks down both. Abernathy will throw it in. Klosterman's going to bring it up for the Wildcats. Klosterman guarded by Jackson in the full court. Bring it into the front court now. Gets it over to Benton in the high post. He's going to take the mid-range jumper. His shot's no good. Almost had it, but just off the mark. Now it's going to be Jackson bringing up the floor for the Huskies. Over to Jordan, right wing. Now in the corner. He's going to take the 3. Left wide open. It's no good off back iron. Rebound fought for. It's going to go out of bounds. They say off of Whirling of the Huskies. So the Wildcats will have it here. 6:46 to go in the second quarter. 22-9 the Wildcats lead. It looks like the Huskies are going to do a full court press here. It looks like just a man-to-man. Kramer looking to get it in. Gets it into Klosterman. Guarded in the full court by Jackson. Dribbling it up. Bounce pass over to Kramer, crosses half court. Kramer attacking the hoop. He's going to be fouled, and one referee said count the basket, but looks like another referee is going to overrule him. No basket, but there is a foul. It's going to go against the Huskies. It'll be their 5th foul. Goes against Nadi Kajella, his second. Again, team foul number 5. Kramer will throw it in from underneath the hoop. Gets it into Vandevet. Thinks about a 3. Gets into the corner to Kramer. Kramer skip past to Klosterman. Aiden Klosterman for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound picked up by Benton. Nice hustle there by Mackay to save it. Castor Abernathy for 3. It's no good. Almost had it. Benton with the offensive rebound. He goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound's going to be picked up by Jackson. Looks like we got a foul. I think that's going to go against Abernathy of the of the Wildcats. That's good hustle there by Benton. That is going to be Castor's first foul of the game. Team foul number 6. Wildcats have no more fouls to give, as one more and they'll be over the limit. Jackson attacking, crossing half court, gets it to Kajella. He goes up, fouled hard by Vandevet and 1, as Vandevet was all over him there on that attack. So basket is good there by Nadi Kajella, and he is going to go to the line for a chance at one more as well. So looks like we're going to have a sub here. That'll be Josh Wacker checking in tonight, or for the first time tonight for the Huskies. That is going to be Vandevet's first foul, team foul number 7. And it's Kajella going to the line for one. Chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. If he can knock down the free throw, it is no good. Didn't hit the rim, so that'll be dead ball. Wildcats will take it. Huskies again pressing in the full court. 22-11 our score, 6:10 to go in the second. Inbounds pass goes to VanDeVet. Guarded in the full court by Wacker. And they're going to get him for a reach. It wasn't much of a foul, but just enough to draw the whistle. It's going to be Wacker's first foul. Team foul number 6 as VanDeVet will throw it in. Still in the backcourt, trying to break this full court press. Gets it into close room, but he didn't come to the pass. Jackson did. He stole it. He gives it to Kajella. Huskies in the half court. Good hustle there by Benton. He comes up with it. Benton attacking the rim. Makes a nice move, puts it up. It's no good. Rebound by Kramer. And his putback is good. So Mekhi Benton, I mentioned, his first game since December 15th. And he's looked really good, making some great plays here for the Wildcats. Jackson crossing half court, attacking the hoop. And offensive foul called against the Huskies. Joshua Jackson called for the offensive foul. And guess who took it? Mekhi Benton in his first game back, making some great plays. That's his first foul, team foul number 7. So both teams over the limit now as VanDeVet crossing half court. Guarded by Wacker. Gets past him. Makes a nice move. His shot is blocked, but a foul beforehand. That's going to go against Jackson as well. So Marshall VanDeVet will go to the line for 2. Referee almost tripped over the basketball. But everything's okay as VanDeVet will go to the line for 2. That was Jackson's second foul, team foul number 8. We'll see if VanDeVet can knock down these foul shots. First one is good. He'll have a chance for one more as it's going to be Marcus Selu entering the game for the first time tonight for the Huskies. Marcus Prusman re-entering the game for the Wildcats. Kramer will head out for Central City, and Whirling will sub out for the Huskies. VanDeVet set to attempt his second free throw here. 5:30 to go in the quarter. His second free throw is good as well, as the Wildcats extend their lead 26-11. Jackson will bring it up the floor for the Huskies. Gets it over to Kajella, left wing, into the corner to Jordan. Thinks about a 3, now over to Selu, top of the key to Wacker. Wacker gives it over to Jackson on the left wing, or right wing, excuse me, top of the key to Jordan. He fakes a 3. Kajella on the right wing. Top of the key to Selu. Nice ball movement here by the Huskies. Wacker over to Jackson. Jackson, step back, fall away jumper is going to be short. Benton tries to secure the rebound. Ball's loose on the ground. Are we going to have a jump ball? Yes, we are. That favors the Wildcats, so Central City will take it. As Prusman will look to throw it in. It looks like Brady Dierks, who started the ball game, is going to be back into the game for the Huskies, re-entering here. As Kajella will go to the bench for what I believe is his first time out of the game. Inbounds pass goes to Klosterman. Coach Carlson calling a set play from the sideline. As a couple screens set by Prusman and VanDeVet. Klosterman loses it, gets it back, top of the key to Prusman. Over to VanDeVet. Fakes a 3, attacking to his right. Goes behind the back, now going left. Gets it to Benton. He saves it from going out of bounds. It's going to go off of Selu. As Benton, before it could go out, he picked it up and just chucked it off the body of Marcus Selu. As Prusman will throw it in. Just gets it into Klosterman. 4.5 to go here in the second. Wildcats lead 26-11. Bounce pass to VanDeVet. VanDeVet for 3 is good. Marshall VanDeVet with another 3-pointer for the Wildcats. Same spot, left wing. He's been shooting it well from there all night. Wildcats lead 29-11. Pull-up 3 from Dierks. And Castor Abernathy is going to be whistled for a foul on the 3-point attempt. Never want to do that as a defender. Never want to foul a jump shooter, especially a 3-point jump shooter. It looks like they're going to call it after the shot. So that's Castor's second foul, team foul number 8. So it was not a shooting foul, but they will still get free throws here. A 1-and-1 as we are over the limit. Castor will come out as Jack Kramer's back into the game. Dierks to attempt his free throw here on the 1-and-1. On the way, it's good. So he knocks down the first. Therefore, he will get a chance to shoot another. Nadi Kajella, after being out of the game here for just a little while, will check right back in. Joshua Jackson will go to the bench for the Huskies. Dierks set to attempt his second of 2 free throws now. On the way, that one is good. It bounces around, rolls through as it's 29-13 here, 4:23 to go in the second. Klosterman to bring it up for Central City. Kajella to meet him right when he crosses half court. Over to VanDeVet, left wing, dribbling right. Bounce pass over to Prusman on the right wing, top of the key to Kramer. Guarded by Wacker. He gets it into the corner to VanDeVet. Marshall VanDeVet for 3. It's good. Marshall Vandevet shooting the lights out of it tonight as he's got another three. 32-13 our score here. Kick ahead pass to Wacker. His mid-range jumper's on the way. It's short, rebounded by Benton. Wildcats having a great second quarter here, really starting to pull away. They lead 32-13. Into the corner, or excuse me, the wing to Kramer. Now over to the right wing to Vandevet. He skips it over to Klosterman on the left wing. Top of the key to Vandevet now. He fakes a three, dribbling left. And they're going to get him for a travel there as he tried to do a little bit too much. So that'll be a turnover. A couple subs here. Troy Curtis back into the game for the Wildcats, and Jaden Hansen will enter for the first time tonight. Benton and Prusman will check out for the Wildcats. Kajella will bring it up for CVC. 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. Wildcats lead 32-13. Kajella over in the corner to Wacker, top of the key to Dierks. Dribbling right, top of the key to Jordan now. He gives it over to Wacker on the left wing, and he gets it over to Dierks, left corner. Dribbling right, attacking. A lot of contact, but no call. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be off of the Huskies. So the Wildcats will get it. Brandon Jessen going to re-enter the game here for the Huskies, as will Joshua Jackson, as it looks like Wacker and Jordan will exit the game for CVC. Kramer to throw it in, gets it into Vandevet. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. No-look pass over to Kramer. Running out of time here, need the cross half court. They do, over to Klosterman, into the corner to Hansen. Hansen inside to Vandevet. Vandevet takes his dribble, but looks like he jumped with it before he took the dribble, so that's going to be a travel as the Huskies will take it. Jackson to bring it up for CVC. As we close in on 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Dierks on the left wing, guarded by Kramer, dribbling right, now over to Jessen right wing. Into the corner to Jackson, top of the key to Kajella. Vandevet nearly fouled there, but he did not, so we're still going. Top of the key to Jackson, over to Dierks. His three-pointer on the way, it's no good. Jackson skies for the offensive rebound. His putback attempt is no good, but he was fouled. Now we'll see, was it on the floor or was it before the shot? It appears that they're getting ready to shoot free throws, so they ruled on the floor, or excuse me, on the shot. That foul is going to go against Aiden Klosterman, his second team foul number 9. As Marcus Prusman is going to enter the game. And he's going to get Aiden here. Playing with 2 fouls. Probably don't want to get a third one before halftime, so probably a wise move here. Looks like they did call the foul on the floor because it is 1-1. Jackson's first free throw short. Ball's loose. Troy Curtis, nice hustle to get on the ground. Jump ball is called. This time possession arrow favors the Huskies, so they will keep it. Jackson missed the front end of the 1-1, but the Huskies will still get the ball underneath their own hoop. Dierks to throw it in, sitting in a box set. Bounce pass into Kajella. His three-pointer is off the mark, rebounded by Prusman. Nice board there by Marcus. As Vandevet's going to bring it up. Guarded in the full court by Jackson. Over to Kramer, still in the back court, now crossing over into the front court. Goes behind the back and gives it over to Vandevet, right wing. Vandevet skip pass down low to Curtis, but it's stolen away by Jackson as the Huskies bring it the other way. Bounce pass to Kajella, attacking the hoop. Top of the key to Jackson. He's going to take an open three. It is no good. It's going to be rebounded by Kramer as Central City will bring it up. Kramer crossing half court, picks it up, and they're going to get him for a travel. Dragged his foot a little bit there. Not super noticeable, but was enough to draw the whistle. So the Huskies will get it. Makai Benton and Aiden Klosterman both going to re-enter for the Wildcats. They're going to get Curtis and Hansen will both exit the game as Dierks gets ready to throw it in here for the Huskies, and Jackson will bring it up. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 32-13, the Wildcats lead. Jackson over left wing to Dierks, attacking the hoop. His fall-away jumper is no good, but a foul. Not much of a foul to speak of there, but it was just enough. As Brady Dierks will shoot 2. At the line, foul is going to go against Marshall Vandevet, I believe. Nope, Jack Kramer actually is his second, team foul number 10, so we are in the double bonus now. As Dierks, his first free throw is on the way. It is no good. Left it a bit short off the front of the rim. One more free throw to come here. Dierks getting set to attempt his second of 2. Free throw on the way. That one is good. So he makes 1 of 2, 32-14 our score. Kramer inbounds to Vandevet. Double team comes. Ball stolen away by Jackson. He nearly loses it. Gets it back, though. 2-on-2 now as he gets it over to Whirling, and he's going to lay it up and in. And Coach Carlson of the Wildcats wants timeout. As we'll see, looks like a full 60-second timeout, I believe. Yep, that is the call. So with 1:48 remaining in the second quarter, Central City leads Cedar Valley Christian 32-16. While we're taking this timeout, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa. Expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. If you want to take your banking to the next level, Next Bank is for you. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. So with 1:48 to go here in the second quarter, Wildcats hold a strong lead over the Huskies, 32-16. Again, the Wildcats looking for win number 1 in the 2020-2021 season, as the Huskies come in with 1 win on the year. So Huskies have kind of been getting the momentum going their way lately. So probably a wise time out there by Coach Carlson to just reset the players, get them ready to go here as they come out onto the floor. They're going to go with Benton, Klosterman, Kramer, Prusman, and Shellhorn, and Vandevet. The Huskies will go with Kajella, Dierks, Jackson, Whirling, and Jessen. Full court press being applied by the Huskies. Kramer to throw it in. Long down court pass to Prusman. He gets it. Attacking the hoop. Bounce pass inside to Benton. Mackay goes up with it, and he finishes at the hoop. Nice finish there by Benton, as it was a nice bounce pass inside by Prusman. 34-16 our score. Gets it into the corner to Jessen. Top of the key to Whirling. He gives it over to Kajella on the right wing. Fakes the 3, attacking the hoop. Step back jumper is no good. Rebounded by Benton. Mackay gets it over to Klosterman. Crossing half court. Double team comes. He gets through it. Attacking the hoop. Bounce pass. Kicked. Benton comes up with it. His shot is good. Mackay Benton with 2 straight baskets as the Wildcats increase their lead to 20, 36-16. Jackson on the left wing. Now bringing it over to the top of the key. He gets it over to Whirling. Whirling attacking. Gets it into the corner to Kajella. Over to Jackson now. Attacking the hoop. He puts up a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Vandevet. We're under a minute to go here in the second quarter as Vandevet crosses half court. Has it on the right wing. Dribbling left now. Out to Klosterman. Aiden Klosterman for 3. It's no good. Benton tips it. Vandevet comes up with the offensive rebound as the Wildcats will reset. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Klosterman over to Vandevet on the left wing. Now over to Klosterman back on the right wing. Inside to Benton. He has him in the high post. Kramer on the left wing. Looks like Wildcats going to slow it down. Only want a good shot here as we have 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Klosterman pressured top of the key. Loses it for a second. Now gets it inside to Benton. High post over top of the key to Vandevet. Clock still ticking down. 15 seconds to go here in the half. Skip pass to Klosterman left wing or right wing. Benton makes a nice move and he's going to be fouled. It's going to be on the floor, but that's going to be the 9th team foul against the Huskies, so Benton will go to the line for a 1-and-1. He's got a couple subs here. Jaden Hansen's going to check in. Aiden Klosterman's going to check out. Troy Curtis will also come in. Kramer will go out. That foul goes against Gabe Whirling of the Huskies. His second team foul, number 9. It's Benton shoots the front end of the 1-and-1 here. 10 seconds left on the clock in quarter number 2. Benton's free throw on the way. That's going to be no good. Hit back iron, then bounced over top of the backboard and out. So he misses the front end, so he doesn't get the second shot. Huskies have 10 seconds to work with here. Jackson going to bring it up. Crossing half court. Clock's down to 6 seconds. Attacking the hoop. He's tripped. They're going to get a foul called on, I believe, Marcus Prusman. We'll wait for the call. Jackson getting up a little bit gingerly. He hit the ground hard. As Wildcats were already in the double bonus, so it'll be 2 shots despite being a foul on the floor. Foul does go against Prusman. His first team was in the double bonus. As it'll be Joshua Jackson going to the line to shoot a pair for the Huskies. His first free throw on the way is good. Hits the front of the rim, back iron, and bounces through. Dakota Jordan will check in for the Huskies. We've got Jack Kramer and Aiden Klosterman in for the Wildcats. Prusman and Hansen will check out. So again, 4.6 seconds left in the second quarter. Jackson set to attempt his second free throw. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well, so he makes them both. 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. Kramer to throw it in. They're running a full court set play here. Inbounds pass to Vandevet. He's triple team, gets into the corner to Klosterman. His fadeaway 3 on the way is too strong off top of the backboard, and that is going to do it for quarter number 2. So the Huskies came back a little bit there, but the Wildcats did have a nice quarter. So we played 16 minutes of basketball here from Central City. The Wildcats lead it 36-18. Thanks, bud. So 10 minutes set on the clock for halftime. Rolling down now, 9:35 and counting. It was a good half by the Wildcats. Again, searching for win number 1 here on the year. They look well on their way here with a nice 36-18 lead. They'll have to keep it going in the second half. But it's got to be by far the biggest halftime lead they've had this season. So they've got to be happy about that. They'll look to keep it going in the third and fourth quarters. 16 minutes down, 16 minutes to go for the Wildcats to try to get win number 1. We'll be back here tomorrow night. The Wildcats right back in Central City hosting the Starmont Stars. I'll also be on the call for that one. That'll be right here on Wildcat Sports, same channel. As the Wildcats lost a close one to Starmont the first time around. They had a 3-point lead late in the fourth quarter before the Stars knocked down a 3 to send it to overtime. And the Wildcats couldn't quite get it done in overtime as they were down to 5 players, including one player who doesn't even dress varsity at this point of the year. So they were really down to a difficult situation there, as they had a couple players foul out, a couple players were injured, and there was another player that couldn't be there that night. This is a tough one for the Wildcats to let slip away, but they will have a chance for redemption tomorrow night here in Central City. Same time. Girls start at 5:30. I'll go live right about 5:20 on Wildcat Sports right here on YouTube. So while we've got a little bit of time here, I'll go ahead and give a nice shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank is invested in their communities and ready to help the local economy grow by helping your business or farm operation grow. Whether you need an operation loan, equipment loan, livestock loan, or real estate loan, Next Bank has great teams and rates that will help you move your business to the next level. Next Bank offices are located in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Central City, and Coralville. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. It's about 7.5 minutes here until we get things back underway. So game number 3 of a 5-game week here for the Wildcats. As I said, they will be hosting the Starmont Stars tomorrow night, Friday the 22nd. And they'll also have a game this Saturday the 23rd, traveling up to Clinton to take on the Prince of Peace Irish. After that, they will move on to the next week. They will travel to Delhi for the game against Maquoketa Valley. That game will be January 26th. And they will host the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings on January 29th. Then the next week after that, they will travel to Winthrop for a game against the East Buchanan Buccaneers on February 2nd. February 5th, they will be back at home hosting the Northland Lynx in their final regular season home game of the year, and that will be the 2021 basketball senior night. And then that'll be the final co-ed boys and girls doubleheader of the year. Final game of the year will be February 9th in a boys-only game in Springville against the Orioles. Again, February 9th, the Wildcats will conclude their regular season against a very talented Springville Orioles team. I'm assuming districts will be coming out shortly here, as waiting to see who everybody's going to be matched up against coming in to the postseason. It's always fun to see where you'll be headed and who you're going to have to go up against in order to try to progress through the tournament. So 6:10 and counting here in halftime, has both teams still in the locker room. So again, if you're just tuning in, I'm David Warrington coming to you live from Central City High School for tonight's varsity boys matchup between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and your Central City Wildcats. We are at halftime of the boys' game. The Wildcats have gotten a nice lead for themselves to protect in half number 2. They lead 36-18. A little while ago, we had the girls' game, and they had a really nice victory against the Huskies, coming out with a 60-point win, 64-4. So the girls got it done earlier tonight. We'll see if the boys could hang on and finish this one up and get a sweep of both the boys and girls games here in Central City against the Huskies. I don't know why it comes so easy to me. I'm just like, okay, that's Jackson, that's Jordan. So still rolling down here on halftime, about 4.5 minutes until we get started. The Huskies look like they're just now coming out of their locker room, heading over to their bench. They'll be getting some warm-up shots here, presumably, before we play half number 2. There were quite a few fouls in that first half. The Wildcats ended up in the double bonus, and the Huskies were not far from it. I think they had 9 team fouls, so there'll definitely be some foul trouble to watch out for in half number 2. As I believe Klosterman has 2, Kramer has 2, and I think Shellhorn has 2 as well. So they'll have to be careful here, but shouldn't be anything to worry about as long as they play smart. As the Wildcats have just now headed back onto the court, exiting the locker room. As down to about 3:50 to go here before we get started in our second half. Wildcats again looking for win number 1 of this 2020-2021 season. Wildcats to my left in their white uniforms getting some shots up before half number 2. The Huskies look like they're just waiting for some basketballs. They'll be getting some shots up as well. They're over to my right. As we're here at Central City High School, varsity basketball between the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies and the Central City Wildcats. Wildcats hold a nice lead here, 36-18 at the half. They'll have to protect that lead going in to the second half. So both teams just getting ready, getting some shots, making sure they're loose, ready to go for the second half. Huskies will have a large hill to climb if they want to come back into this one. We'll see if the Wildcats can keep up the play they had in that first half, keep things going for a strong second half. Huskies didn't go too far into the bench, especially they only had 1 sub the entire first quarter. They went with Joshua Jackson, Nadi Kajela, Brady Dierks, Dakota Jordan, and Brandon Jessen for nearly the entirety of that game, especially that first quarter. They did sub in. It was Gabe Whirling there for a little bit of that first and some of the second quarter. They also had appearances from Marcus Seelau and Josh Wacker for just little stretches of time there in that second quarter. But overall, it's been that first 5 for almost the entirety of the night. They each got little rest there. I noticed their coach, Coach Grimm for the Huskies, was taking them out, giving them little stints like 30, 45 seconds, maybe a minute here, a little bit of time there. But for the overwhelming majority of the game, it's been the same 5 on the floor. So fatigue will probably be coming into it as the Wildcats have been able to spread things out a little bit more. Vandevet hasn't left the game, but pretty much everybody else has gotten a pretty decent break. So we'll see if conditioning and the depth of the bench will affect what happens here in half number 2. Down to about a minute and a half here. The Huskies putting the balls up, getting over back to their bench. Wildcats getting ready to do the same. As we're going to get set to go here for half number 2 in about 60 seconds or so. It looks like the Wildcats are going to go with the same 5 that started the game. Go over the names once they break their huddle and come onto the floor. Under a minute to go here before we start half number 2. Again, the Wildcats with a sizable lead here, 36-18. They'll try to hold on and come away with a victory against the CVC Huskies. Both the Wildcats and the Huskies breaking their huddle. Wildcats will be going with the same 5 that started the game. They've got Vandevet, Klosterman, Abernathy, Kramer, and Shellhorn. Same five with one exception for the Huskies. They're going with Jordan, Dierks, Jackson, Kajela, and it will be Josh Wacker starting instead of Brandon Jessen. Wildcats will have it first. Vandevet will throw it in. Huskies looking to pressure in the full court right away as he gets it into the backcourt to Klosterman, and we're underway here in half number 2. Klosterman crossing half court, guarded by Kajela. Right wing over to Vandevet. Dribbling left, attacking the hoop, gets it out to Kramer. Kramer attacking the basket, makes a nice move. They're going to get him for a travel. One of those bang-bang plays. Could have gone either way. They decided to call the travel that time. So turnover there for the Wildcats. The Huskies will take it. They're working left to right now. Wildcats working right to left in this second half. Jackson bringing it across half court, over left wing to Dierks. Dierks attacking right, top of the key to Kajela. Fakes the three, now attacking. He puts up a mid-range jumper. That one's off the mark, rebounded by Klosterman as Aiden will dribble it up for the Wildcats. Crossing half court, over to Kramer, right wing. Jack Kramer, three-pointer is good. Jack Kramer knocks down the three from the right wing for the Wildcats as they increase their lead 39-18 over the Huskies. Top of the key to Jordan now. He fakes the three, over to Dierks on the right wing. He takes a pull-up three. On the way, it's good. Off the glass. Banks in a three-pointer. As the Huskies increase their lead, or lower the deficit 39-21. Vandevet crossing half court now, attacking the basket. His pass going to Abernathy out of bounds, but looks like we will have a foul. As looks like it's going to go against Joshua Jackson of the Huskies. His third foul, team foul number 1 of the second half. Kramer will throw it in from underneath the hoop. And we've got an offensive foul, it looks like. I think it was Shellhorn trying to get some space down low. I believe that'll be his third. Yes, that is Marcus Shellhorn's third foul. Team foul number 1 against the Wildcats in the second half as Jackson will bring it up for the Huskies. A minute gone here, 39-21 lead for the Wildcats. Top of the key to Dierks, fakes a three, attacking right, gets it over to Wacker on the right wing. He gets it over to Jordan now. Now over to Jackson. Jackson attacking the hoop. Gets to Wacker, short corner, mid-range jumper on the way is no good. Poked out of bounds. We'll see who touched it last. It's going to be out of bounds off of the Huskies. Central City will have it as Makai Benton checks into the game. Shellhorn with 3 fouls will go to the bench. Kramer will throw it in as the Huskies still in a full court man-to-man press. Gets it into Klosterman, but it's off the mark, out of bounds. Kramer's pass a little bit off the mark there as the Wildcats, or excuse me, the Huskies will take over. Dierks will throw it in from underneath the hoop for the Huskies. Looking to get it in, gets it into the corner to Kajela. Top of the key to Jackson. He gets it over to Jordan on the right wing. Guarded by Benton, now into Wacker. Top of the key to Kajela. Kajela dribbling, nice move there. Gets the top of the key to Dierks, and he's going to be called for a travel as he faked a three and looked to get to the hoop, but shuffled his feet a little bit there before he could do so. That'll be a turnover. Wildcats will throw it in from the sideline. Kramer looks to throw it in. Gets it into Klosterman, guarded by Jackson. Long down court pass to Abernathy, now crossing half court over to Vandevet. Vandevet, nice move, up and under, and he finishes at the rim. Vandevet goes over the much taller Jordan by using a nice up and under move. As Jackson, top of the key to Jordan. He gets it to Kajela, has the top of the key. Attacking the hoop here over in the left wing. Jordan attacking the hoop now. Makes a nice move, left-handed layup, it's good. Dakota Jordan finishes at the rim. 41-23 our score here, just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Klosterman has it stolen away. Wacker attacking the hoop, and Klosterman is going to get called. No, we got a turnover. It's going to be Josh Wacker whistled for the double dribble. As we have a sub here for the Huskies. Gabe Whirling checking in as Dakota Jordan will come out. Kramer will throw it in. As Huskies staying in this full court man-to-man press, throwing it right in front of the scoreboard, gets it into Abernathy. Bounce pass over to Vandevet's going to go out of bounds. It was a dangerous pass there from Castor, and Marshall couldn't quite handle it. Goes into the bleachers, out of bounds. Huskies will have it. Dierks to throw it in, gets it in to Jackson, crossing half court, top of the key. Left wing to Whirling, into the corner to Wacker. Wacker dribbling right. Top of the key to Dierks. Dierks, three-pointer on the way, is going to be a bit short. Rebounded by Wacker, offensive board for the Huskies. He gets it into Whirling, top of the key. It looks like we got a foul, and I think that may be Aiden's third right there. We'll see what the call is. It is going to be on Aiden. I believe that's his third. As Marcus Prusman checking in for the Wildcats. Dakota Jordan back in for the Huskies, as that is Aiden's third, team foul number 2. As Castor Abernathy will go to the bench for the Wildcats. Dierks to throw it in under the hoop for the Huskies. Gets it into Jordan in the right corner, left corner. Now Kajela, left wing. Pull-up jumper on the way is no good. Rebounded by Benton. Good rebound there by Mackay, playing his first game in quite some time here. Having a nice night is Vandevet attacking. On the right wing, double team, gets it out to Kramer. They'll look to reset. Now bounce to Prusman. Aiden Klosterman, three-pointer is no good. Ball's out of bounds, should be off the Huskies, and it is. Last touch by, I believe it was Joshua Jackson who got it last. As Kramer will throw it in. Kramer looking to get it in. High pass, dangerous one, stolen away by Dierks. Dierks running in the fast break. He's going to finish. No, he cannot finish that one at the rim. It's going to go out of bounds. Waiting for the call. It's going to be off of the Huskies. Central City will have it. As Castor Abernathy's going to check in for the Wildcats. Looks like Jack Kramer will come out. As Abernathy will throw it in here against the full court press from the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. Inbounds pass goes to Van de Vet. Double team there as he skips it over to Klosterman. And across half court to Abernathy. It's on the ground, picked up by Jordan. Jackson attacking here. Attacking the rim, puts it up. He can't finish. Rebounded by Klosterman. Klosterman trying to bring it across half court. Nice behind the back move, and another one there by Klosterman. Over to Abernathy on the left wing, attacking top of the key. Dangerous pass, but Van de Vet gets it, fakes the three, top of the key to Abernathy. Now over to Van de Vet, into the corner to Klosterman. Inside pass to Benton, and we've got a foul against Mackay, I believe, as we're going to be going the other way. Foul will be against Mackay Benton of the Wildcats. Team foul number 3, as that was Mackay's first of the night. Looks like a 2-2-1 full court press here from the Wildcats as Jackson will bring it up. Skip ahead pass to Kajela on the left wing. He's going to hand it off to Dierks. And the Huskies will set up the half-court offense. Top of the key, Kajela, looking to get to the rim. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats, so it'll stay with the Huskies. 4:12 to go here in the third quarter. Central City leads the Huskies 41-23. Dierks to throw it in, gets it into Kajela in the left corner. Attacking, left wing to Whirling, now top of the key to Jordan. Jackson has it now. He gives it over to Dierks. Attacking baseline, now Kajela, right wing. He fakes a three. Over to Jordan, now gets it to Jackson. Jackson attacking the hoop here. Nice move to the rim, and he finishes at the hoop. Joshua Jackson able to finish that one. 41-25 our score. Central City leads. Klosterman over to Van de Vet. Trying to break this full court press. Gets it over to Abernathy. Castor attacking. He's going to pull up. Three-pointer on the way is good. Castor Abernathy gets the lucky bounce. It bounces around the rim, off the backboard and in. As Castor knocks down the three. 44-25 our score here. Looks like we got a timeout from Coach Grimm of the Huskies. He's not happy at all. So with 3:33 remaining in the third quarter, our score, Central City 45, Cedar Valley Christian, or 44 rather, Cedar Valley Christian 25. So just a 30-second timeout here, so both teams still up. There's the horn. Both teams will be coming out momentarily. Wildcats still hold a nice lead, up 44-25 on the Huskies. Wildcats come out with Van de Vet, Kramer, Klosterman, Abernathy, and Benton. Dierks will throw it in for the Huskies as he's looking to get it somewhere. Gets it into Kajela in the backcourt. 3.5 to play here in the third as Kajela crosses into the front court. Top of the key to Dierks. Now on the right wing to Jackson. Nice move there as Jackson gets to the rim. He gave it to Whirling, made a back cut. Got a wide open look at the rim off the assist from Whirling. Kramer attacking. Bounce pass is stolen by Jackson. He saves it into Kajela. And the Huskies going the other way. Naughty Kajela running the court. Gives it over to Dierks. Top of the key to Jackson. Jackson over to Seelau, who snuck in on me there. Marcus Seelau in for the Huskies. And Whirling can't finish at the rim. Offensive rebound by Jackson. Kramer pokes it loose. It's on the floor. Out of bounds, off of Kramer, they'll say. And the Huskies will keep it. Dierks will throw it in from underneath the Huskies basket. As looks like Troy Curtis is going to re-enter the game for the Wildcats. Mackay Benton will go to the bench. 2:57 to go in the third. 44-27, the Wildcats lead it. As Dierks looks to throw it in. Gets it into Jackson on the right wing. Top of the key to Kajela. His three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound. Jackson had it for a second. It's loose on the ground now. Seelow's there, but he's going to go out of bounds. But they'll have a foul. Looks like they're going to call a foul against the Wildcats. I didn't see that one. But they're going to get a foul on Castor Abernathy of the Wildcats. His third. It's going to be team foul number 4 as Dierks looks to throw it in. Dierks goes up high to Whirling. He secures it, hands it off to Jackson. 2:45 to go in the third. Gets it over to Kajela on the right wing. Top of the key to Seelow. Whirling looking to get to the hoop. Out to Kajela. Nearly loses his footing. Attacking the basket here. Over to Whirling in the short corner. Attacking the hoop. Almost loses the dribble. Gets it back. Out to Kajella. And he gives it over to Seelau. Top of the key to Jackson. Jackson to Dierks. Fakes a three, attack in the basket. Pass to Jackson. He goes up with it. It's no good. But Castor Abernathy just picked up his 4th foul of the game. And Joshua Jackson will go to the line for 2. So team foul number 5 against the Wildcats. Again, that is Abernathy's 4th. He only has 1 more to work with here before he's done for the night. Jackson will shoot 2. First free throw on the way. Joshua Jackson leaves it short. No good off the front of the rim. Marcus Prusman checking in for the Wildcats. Abernathy will go out. Brandon Jessen checking in for the Huskies. He will be in for Gabe Whirling. Jackson's second free throw about to be on the way here. Second free throw on the way. That one is good. So 44-28 our score. Wildcats lead. Inbounds pass to Klosterman. Gets it back to Prusman. Over to Vandevet. Looking to get to the cross half court. Huskies sticking with their full court press. Long down court to Curtis. Klosterman over to Vandevet, top of the key. Attacking, makes a nice move over to Klosterman. Fakes a three. Loses his footing but keeps his dribble. Over to Kramer, top of the key. Pull-up jumper from Kramer is no good. Rebounded by CeeLo. He gives it to Jackson, who will take it up for the Huskies. Crossing half court. Over to Kajella. Nadi Kajella for 3. Off the mark. Ball's loose. Who wants it? Klosterman comes up with it. We got a foul. Going to be against the Huskies. Klosterman took a big hit there. As it's going against Marcus Seelau of the Huskies. His first team foul number 2. Kramer will throw it in. Gets it into Klosterman, who's going to bring it across half court. Bounce pass is stolen by Jessen. Dierks fakes the 3, attacking the hoop. He goes up with it. It's good off the glass. Huskies trail now 44-30. Timeout by Coach Carlson of the Wildcats here with 1:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Our score, Central City 44, Cedar Valley Christian 30. Just a 30-second timeout here. As the Huskies getting some momentum going here. Wildcats still lead by 14, but the momentum is securely on the side of Cedar Valley Christian. There's the horns, so both teams will have to come out here momentarily. The Huskies are going to go with Jessen, Seelau, Kajella, Dierks, and Jackson. Wildcats have Vandevet, Klosterman, Kramer, Curtis, and Prusman. Kramer will throw it in for the Wildcats as the Huskies still in the full court press. Gets it into Vandevet, double teamed. Over to Klosterman. Minute and a half to go here in the 3rd. Klosterman bounce pass to Kramer. He gets it back to Klosterman, top of the key, over to Vandevet on the right wing. Guarded by Dierks. Dribbling around, now trying to get somewhere with it. Out to Kramer. Thinks about a 3, now attacking the rim. Going to retreat, now over to Prusman on the left wing. He gives it back to Kramer. Kramer trying to get to the hoop. Over to Vandevet. Right wing 3 from Vandevet is no good. Ball's loose, rebounded by Kajella of the Huskies. Kajella bringing it up the floor. Over to Jackson. Now CeeLo into the corner to Dierks. Thinks about a 3, he's looking to attack. He's going to pull up from the mid-range. It's no good, rebounded by Vandevet. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. 52 seconds on the clock. Vandevet over to Klosterman across half court. Attacking the rim. Makes a nice move. It's going to be fouled. Shot's no good, but he will get to go to the line for 2. As Klosterman, a nice strong move to the hoop. Believe they got CeeLo on the foul. It's going to be team foul number 3 and his second. As Aiden Klosterman will go to the line for a pair of free throws. First one on the way is no good. Bounces out. As Makai Benton and Jaden Hansen will check in, or Hansen looks like he's going in for the shooter, so he'll go back to the scorer's table. Benton in for Curtis. Troy Curtis checking out of the game. Klosterman set to take his second free throw. On the way, that one is good. So he makes 1 of 2, and now Hansen will come in. Klosterman will go out. As Jackson gets set to take it up here for the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. 45 seconds and counting to go. 45-30, the Wildcats lead. Jackson over to Kajella, right wing. Looking for somewhere to go with it into the corner to Jessen. Top of the key to CeeLo. Now over to Jackson, top of the key. Dribbling right, attacking the hoop. Gets it out to Jessen. He's attacking now. And a weak foul going to be called against Prusman of the Wildcats. Wasn't much to the foul, but did get some contact there, so it is enough for the call. I believe that's going to be his 3rd, I want to say. Nope, just his 2nd. Team foul number 6. As Dierks will throw it in, gets it into CeeLo. He was wide open under the hoop. And Marcus CeeLo finishes off the feed from Dierks. 45-32 our score. Kramer attacking down the sideline. Skip past to Hansen, wide open, look at the hoop. He puts it up, it's good. Jaden Hansen off the assist from Kramer. As Dierks attacking the hoop. Over to Jackson, left wing, attacking. Gonna be called for a foul here. I think they got Benton on the foul. Just 5.5 seconds left on the clock. As Joshua Jackson will go to the line to shoot 2 here for the Huskies. 47-32 our score. Foul win against Benton, his second team foul number 7. Huskies are shooting the rest of the way. Jackson set to attempt his first free throw. On the way, that one is no good. Rolls around and out. He'll have one more as Aiden Klosterman checks in. Marcus Prusman's going to come out. Aiden playing with 3 fouls here. Got to be careful. Just solely in for offense, as the Wildcats should get it as long as they secure a rebound off a miss. Second free throw from Jackson is no good. Left it short. Klosterman secures the rebound. Attacking now. Down to 2 seconds. 1 second. Marshall Vandevet, three-pointer on the way is good as Marshall Vandevet beats the buzzer from the corner. As that should give the Wildcats a nice momentum boost going into the fourth. We've played 3 quarters of basketball here from Central City, and our score, Central City 50, Cedar Valley Christian 32. So 8 minutes left to go in this game as the Wildcats just 8 minutes away from win number 1 of the year, leading 50-32. We'll see if they can get it done here in the fourth quarter. So both teams in the huddle. Coach Carlson talking to the Wildcats. Coach Grimm talking to the Huskies as we get set for quarter number 4. Marshall Vandevet with that huge three-pointer from the corner to beat the buzzer. That's 2 buzzer beaters tonight now for the Wildcats. Troy Curtis had a buzzer beater put-back layup in the first quarter, and now Vandevet beats the third quarter buzzer with a three-pointer from the corner. We're going to go with Vandevet, Klosterman, Hansen, Kramer, and Benton to start the fourth quarter. Huskies will go with Dierks, Seelau, Jessen, Jackson, and Kajella. It'll be Huskies ball first. Dierks will throw it in. Jackson's set to bring it up. As we are underway here in quarter number 4. Jackson bringing it up for the Huskies. Guarded by Vandevet, top of the key. Over to Jessen in the left corner. Now he gets to the left wing to Kajella. Fakes a 3. Backdoor cut from Dierks. His shot is good. Got the open look there. Backdoor cut. Hansen wasn't ready for it. He gets the 2-pointer to go there off the back iron. Klosterman skip pass to Kramer. Nice job there by Jack to meet it. Over to Hansen. Hansen attacking. Bounce pass out of bounds off of Seelau of the Huskies, as looks like it's going to be Gabe Whirling checking in for CVC. Seelau will go out as the Wildcats lead 50-34. Kramer gets it into Vandevet. Skip pass left wing to Klosterman. Klosterman top of the key to Kramer. Guarded by Kajeli. Klosterman fakes a 3. Now bounce pass to Vandevet. Vandevet for 3. It's no good. Nice hustle there by Hansen, but he stepped out of bounds before saving it. Is therefore not an eligible player. It's going to be out of bounds. Marcus Shellhorn is going to re-enter the game here for the Wildcats. Playing with 3 fouls. He's going to come in for Hansen. Inbounds pass to Jackson as he's going to bring it up past half court. Into the front court for the Cedar Valley Christian Huskies. Into the corner to Jessen. Now right wing to Dierks. Over to Kajeli. Kajella attacking. He puts it up. It's no good off the glass. Shellhorn secures the rebound. Hands it off to Klosterman, who's going to bring it the other way. 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. Klosterman crossing half court. Goes behind the back. Loses it. Stolen by Jessen. And a foul on, if that is on Aiden, that's going to be his 4th, if I'm not mistaken. He's got caught reaching his hand in the cookie jar there after the foul. And we are also in the bonus, so that'll be a 1-1 for Brandon Jessen of the Huskies. That is foul number 4 on Klosterman. Team foul number 8. As Marcus Prusman will check into the game. Klosterman's going to come out with 4 fouls. As again, Brandon Jessen set to attempt a 1-1 for the Huskies. 50-34, the Wildcats lead it here with 6:56 to play. Jessen's first free throw on the way. It is good. Knocks down the first. He'll get a chance for one more after converting the front end of the 1-1. Jessen set to attempt his second here on the back end of the 1-1. Second shot on the way is good. He knocks down both. 50-36 our score. Wildcats still lead. Kramer takes the inbounds pass over to Vandevet. Vandevet attacking. Skip pass over to Shellhorn. Down low to Benton. Benton takes one strong dribble, goes up with it, and he finishes at the rim. Nice ball movement there. Shellhorn with the assist. Mackay. Benton finishes at the rim. Dierks attacking. Over to Whirling. He takes one dribble over to Jessen. Jessen's pass tipped by Vandevet. And he's going to come up with it. Vandevet going to the rim. He's going to pull it back out. Now slow it down. Nice move there. Hands it off to Shellhorn. Over to Benton. Right wing to Kramer. Dribbling left. Passes it over to Vandevet. Fakes a three. Guarded by Kajelli. Over to Prusman, right wing. Now top of the key. He gives it to Kramer, top of the key. Dribbling right. Wildcats, and no need to hurry here for Central City as they have a nice lead. Up 16 here with 6 minutes to play. Kramer attacking the basket. Nice move there. He can't quite get the layup to go. Rebounded by Whirling. Nearly goes out of bounds, but it's saved, and Jackson will bring it up for the Huskies. Jackson attacking. Out to Dierks. Dierks for three is no good. Left it short. Rebounded by Prusman off the front of the rim. He hands it off to Vandevet, who will bring it up the floor for Central City. They've dropped back into man-to-man. Kajella still pressuring in the full court, as now Vandevet has crossed over into the front court. Goes behind the back. A lot of contact there. Kramer, top of the key, gets it to high post to Benton. Benton turns, attacks. He puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded by Prusman. He saves it into Benton, and his basket is good. As looks like we got an injury here. As Joshua Jackson, he got hit there as Prusman was saving the ball. Nothing dirty, nothing intentional, but took a nice little hit there as he is on his feet. Looks like he's going to be okay. He will have to exit the game. And more than likely, he will probably be given some sort of test for a head injury of some sort, as it looked like he might have hit his head there. Hopefully nothing serious. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into the game for the Huskies. But as it stands, 5:20 to play in the fourth. Central City leads at 54-36. As I don't see any way they would let Jackson stay in the game, but looks like they just might. And yep, they are going to make him exit the game. Looked like their coach wanted to keep him in, but there's no way he could stay. After causing an injury timeout, they're going to be Josh Wacker checking in. Jackson goes to the bench. We've got 5:20 to play here in the fourth as Kajella will bring it up for the Huskies. Crossing half court, over to Wacker, into the corner to Jessen as Jackson is right back at the scorer's table. Prusman comes up with a steal, secures it. A lot of contact in there. Vandevet will bring it up for the Wildcats. Across half court, over to Kramer on the right wing. Kramer attacking the basket, now bringing it back out. Top of the key to Prusman, right at the logo. Aggressive defense being played by the Huskies. Top of the key to Vandevet, guarded by Kajella. Attacking the hoop. Nice move by Vandevet. Floater, or fadeaway is no good, but he is going to be fouled. So Vandevet will go to the line for two. Looks like they're going to get Josh Wacker for the foul. It's going to be his second, team foul number 4, as Vandevet goes to the line for two. Wildcats lead at 54-36. Vandevet's first free throw is good, as Joshua Jackson is going to re-enter the game for the Huskies. It's coming for Brandon Jessen, who will go to the bench. 55-36, as Vandevet will have a chance for one more. Vandevet set to attempt his second free throw. On its way is good. He knocks down both. Wildcats lead it by 20 with 4:45 to go in the game. 56-36 is Jackson. Over to Dierks, top of the key. Dribbling right, now gets to Whirling. Jackson, mid-range jumper is good. Must be feeling all right as he knocks down that mid-range jumper from the short corner. Vandevet attacking, guarded in the full court by Jackson. Kajella's there as well. He loses it. Joshua Jackson comes up with it. He lays it up. It's good. As the Huskies, nice little spurt there. 4 points for Jackson. Long down court pass to Shellhorn. 2-on-1. Benton takes one dribble, goes up with it. Blocked from behind by Jackson. Offensive rebound by Benton. And they're going to get him for the offensive foul. He lowered his shoulder. I believe that's going to be Benton's third. As Aiden Closeman enters back into the game with 4 fouls, as will Abernathy. That is Benton's third, team foul number 9. So Abernathy's going to come in for Shellhorn. Dierks will throw it in, and it'll be Jackson bringing it up for the Huskies. 4:15 to play, 56-40, Wildcats lead it. Left wing to Dierks, attacking right, gives it over to Kajella. He fakes to the right, now does give it over to Whirling in the short corner. attacking the basket here. He's going to go up. It's no good. Fighting, trying to get his own rebound. He tries to save it. He does get it back into Kajela. Attacking the basket. He throws it up. It's no good. Rebound still loose. It's going to go out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was the Huskies. And the Wildcats will take it. Kramer will throw it in. Under 4 minutes to go here. 3:52 in the ball game. Long down court pass. Abernathy couldn't get to it. It's going to go out of bounds. Nobody touched it, so they'll throw it in under their own basket. Shellhorn is going to check into the game for the Wildcats. Makai Benton will go to the bench. As Dierks gets set to throw it in from underneath the Huskies basket. All four of the Huskies are standing in a diagonal line at the free throw line. Inbounds pass goes to Kajela into the corner of the Dierks. Three-pointer on the way from Dierks. It's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Shellhorn. He gives it over to Abernathy, and now it'll be Closerman bringing it up. He's triple-teamed, and they are going to get a foul in there. I want to say they got it on Jackson, but we'll wait to see who they call it on. That'll be team foul number 5, as it was on Joshua Jackson. He's had a few this game. We'll see. That is his 4th, so he only has one more to work with. It's Kramer to throw it in from the sideline. Gets it into Closerman in the backcourt. 1-2-2 are the Huskies as Kramer attacking the basket. Gives it over to Abernathy in the corner. He almost loses it, and the foul is going to be called against the Huskies. As it was on the floor, so they will throw it in from the baseline. Foul went against Brady Dierks, his second team foul number 6. They'll be shooting from here on out. And it looks like we got a foul, and that should put us in the bonus. That should be a 1-and-1. It's going to be Castor Abernathy going to the line for the 1-and-1. Foul went against Josh Wacker, his 3rd team foul number 7. As Castor Abernathy going to the line to shoot 1-and-1 for the Wildcats. 3:31 to play in the 4th, 56-40 lead for Central City. Abernathy, first one on the way is no good, as it's going to be rebounded by Jackson. He gets it into Kajela, as Nadi Kajela will bring it up for the Huskies. Step back, mid-range jumper is no good off back iron, rebounded by Kramer, and he's going to be fouled there. Looks like they got Kajela for the foul. And so it'll be Jack Kramer going to the line for 1-and-1. That is the 3rd foul called in Kajela tonight, team foul number 8 for the Huskies. So we'll see if Kramer can knock down his free throws here. Shooting the front end of the 1-and-1 here. Wildcats have nobody back to try to rebound. They're all just going to sit back in front of the Huskies basket. Kramer can't get the free throw to go as Kajela's going to bring it up. 3:15 to play. Kajela on the left wing. Pass is stolen away by Vandevet. He's going to bring it the other way for the Wildcats. Over to Kramer. Crossing into the front court. Guarded by Kajela, attacking the hoop. He loses it, stolen away by Dierks. Dierks running in the fast break. Pass over to Wacker. Wacker puts it up. It's no good. Rebound's tipped, and we're going to have a foul. I think they got Shellhorn for his 4th, trying to get the rebound. Foul is going to be Shellhorn's 4th, and they will be in the double bonus now, so Whirling will go to the line for 2. First free throw on the way from Whirling is good. He'll have one more as Makai Benton's going to check in for the Wildcats. Shellhorn with 4 fouls will go to the bench. We got 2:54 to play here in the game. 56-41. The Wildcats lead it. As Gabe Whirling gets set to attempt his 2nd free throw. 2nd free throw on the way from Whirling. That one is good as well, so he makes them both. 56-42. Wildcats still with a commanding lead. Just have to hang on to it, play smart here in the final minutes. Bounce pass over to Abernathy, crossing half court to Benton. Smart move there by Benton to slow it down. No need to rush anything as nearly goes out of bounds. Vandevet saves it. Ball's tipped. Vandevet gets it back. Has it on the right wing here, guarded by Jackson. Jackson's pressuring Vandevet as he tries to get through, and we got a foul, or nope, looks like we got a timeout. Coach Carlson calls a full 60-second timeout for the Wildcats. So with 2:30 remaining in the 4th quarter, Central City 46, Cedar Valley Christian, or 56, Cedar Valley Christian 42. And while we got a break here, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to Next Bank. What's next on your list of financial goals? Wherever you're going next, Next Bank has a loan that's right for you. Your next car, your next home, even your next adventure, all are within reach with a Next Bank loan. Convenient locations in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So 2.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Wildcats lead 56-42. They just need to hold on and hang on to the lead here in the final 2.5 minutes. Horn sounds. We'll be back to play here momentarily. Wildcats are going to come out with Kramer, Abernathy, Van de Vet, Klosterman, and Benton. Huskies are going to go with Dierks, Kajella, Jackson, Wacker, and Whirling. Kramer will throw it in, standing right in front of the Wildcats bench. Great play call as a wide open layup there for Van de Vet. Great play call by Coach Carlson coming out of that timeout. Got a wide open look for Van de Vet under the hoop. 58-42 our score. Kajella top of the key. Attacking, now looks over into the corner to Wacker. Wacker over to Kajella on the right wing. Guarded by Klosterman, attacking the hoop. He puts it up. It's going to be good. A nice finish there by Kajella. Klosterman gets it in. Over to Abernathy, bounce pass over to Kramer. 2-on-1, now 2-on-2, and now they're going to bring it out to reset and play 5-on-5. Kramer in the corner, attacking the hoop. He's going to put it up. It's no good, too strong. Rebounded by Dierks. And Kajella's going to bring it up. 58-44, minute 45 to play. Kajella puts it up. A lot of contact in there. He's going to be fouled. So Nadi Kajella will go to the line for 2. We'll see who it's on. It's going to be on Kramer. I want to say that's his 4th. We'll see. That's his 3rd. Jack Kramer, 3 fouls. Team already in the double bonus, so it'll be 2 shots here for Kajella. First free throw on the way is no good. He'll have a chance for one more here. 58-44 our score with a minute 44 to play in the ball game. Second free throw on the way from Kajella. That one is good, so he makes 1 of 2. 58-45 our score here. Kramer looking to throw it in, gets it into Klosterman. Crossing half court. He's going to bring it out, slow it down. Has it on the right wing, dribbling up. Guarded closely by Whirling there. Bounce pass to Abernathy. He gives it to Kramer, nearly loses it. It does end up in the hands of Van de Vet. Now over to Abernathy, dribbling right. Hands it off to Klosterman. Pass is stolen away. Jackson running the other way with it. He's going to finish at the rim smartly. Aiden avoids his 5th foul there as Kramer looks to throw it in. Gets it into Van de Vet, crossing half court. Going to pull it back out. Wildcats should be in no hurry here. As we got a foul on the floor. I believe it was Kajella whistled for the foul. Aiden Klosterman will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That is going to be Kajella's 4th foul, team foul number 9, as Marcus Shellhorn will check in. Castor Abernathy going to go to the bench for the Wildcats. As Klosterman goes to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. 58-47 here with a minute 5 to go. Klosterman's first free throw on the way. It's good. He knocks down the front end. He'll get a chance for another one here after knocking down the front end of the 1-and-1. Again, no Wildcats in there to rebound. They're all back defensively. Trying to avoid giving up a basket as Klosterman knocks down both. Big free throws there from the freshman. As the Wildcats lead 60-47 here with a minute to go in the ball game. Jackson attacking the hoop. He lays it up. It's no good. Too strong. Rebounded by Shellhorn. He hands it over to Kramer. Now pass over to Van de Vet. Dribbling up the sideline. Klosterman now crossing half court. He pulls it back out. And it's going to be a foul on Wacker. That is going to be 2 now for Klosterman as both teams are now in the double bonus. I believe that's Wacker's 4th foul. That is 4th foul on Josh Wacker, 10th team foul against the Huskies as Aiden Klosterman will go to the line to shoot 2 for Central City. First shot on the way is good. Gets a nice bounce there. He'll have a chance for one more here. 49 seconds to play, 61-47 the Wildcats lead. Second free throw from Klosterman, no good. Rebounded by Whirling. He kicks it ahead to Jackson. Jackson crossing half court, over to Whirling. Gets it to Dierks in the left wing, attacking the hoop. Kajella, open look from 3 on the way. It's short, no good. Smartly, Shellhorn lets it go out of bounds. The Wildcats will have it. 35 seconds to go. Central City leads 61-47. Kramer looking to get it in. Running out of time here. Bounce pass inside to Van de Vet. Guarded closely by Wacker. Now crossing half court here. As is going to be fouled. Whirling going to be called for the foul as Marshall Van de Vet will go to the line for 2. Looks like the Wildcats are going to get out of here with their first win of the year. Just 28 seconds to go, 61-47. Strong lead here for the Wildcats. Foul's going to go against Whirling, his third team foul, number 10. Van de Vet going to the line for 2. First one is no good. Van de Vet can't quite knock that one down. He will have one more here. Again, 61-47, 28 seconds to play. Wildcats just need to hold on. Second free throw is good. He knocks down one of 2, 62-47, 28 seconds to go. Jackson's going to let it roll as long as he can before Van de Vet pressures him into picking it up. Kajella attacking baseline. He throws it up. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off of Central City, so the Huskies will keep it. 20 seconds to go here. 62-47. Central City leads it. Dierks is going to throw it in from the baseline. Looking to get it in. Gets the top of the key to Kajella. 20 seconds and counting. Kajella attacking the hoop. Out to Wacker. Josh Wacker, mid-range jumper's good. He knocks it down. 62-49. Gets it into Van de Vet. He's going to be fouled by Jackson. So Marshall will go down to shoot 2 free throws. That was 5 on Jackson, so he's done. He will head out. Marcus Selo will check back in as Jackson fouls out with 5 fouls. Van de Vet going to the stripe. He'll shoot 2 as both teams are in the double bonus. Just 7 seconds left on the clock. 62-49 lead for the Wildcats. First free throw on the way from Van de Vet is good. He will shoot one more. 63-49 as Van de Vet attempts his second free throw. Second one on the way is good. He makes them both. 64-49, just 7 seconds to go. Kajella has it. We'll see if they try to score again or if they just let it run out. They will let it run out, and Central City will get out of here with their first win of the year. Final score, 64-49. A nice game for 4 quarters there by the Wildcats as they come away with their first win of the 2020-2021 season. So huge congratulations to the Wildcats on getting the win here tonight against the Huskies. Also congratulations earlier tonight to the girls basketball team here from Central City on getting a win over the Huskies as well. So that is going to do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's game. Tomorrow we'll be right back here against the Starmont Stars. I'll be calling that game as well. So again, that's going to do it for tonight. Until tomorrow, thank you for listening, and go Cats.